Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game. I storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit. I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough. You need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy, still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard his self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like Glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Put fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick around the jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more than measure. Shave the extras, fast business starter feed. Street blues, what I call royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time stop.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we begging pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they need harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot. Then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. There ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VES when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga,
let's go. Yeah. What up? You already know it's the man about town, Virgil, aka Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tuned in to another episode of 8 Real Talk Podcast, E&E Wednesdays. We definitely got my brother King Els in the building. I'm about to bring him up here shortly. We got Glitch the Guarantee in the building. Another part of E&E. We got E&E in the building. Juju in the building. What's up, girl? You like that song, don't you, Juju? Let's go. You hear me? It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about, y'all? What's up with y'all? How y'all doing tonight, man? It's Tuesday. We here. It's a beautiful day. We're going to get into it tonight. I know this topic right here, You hear me? A lot of y'all maybe hit to it, a lot of y'all not. But we're gonna get to it either way it go. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's a serious situation, man. You know what I'm talking about? And this leads to other stuff. You feel me? Like I told you, this is a very slippery slope, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Juju, what you know about Selah's Deli and Bodega in Brooklyn on Willoughby and Troost? That's how you know somebody really from Brooklyn for real. They know about that spot, man. But yeah, though, man, y'all already know how we do it, man, over here, man. Hit that like button, man. Meet and greet each other as y'all come in. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You know what I'm talking about? Share on your social engineering, of course, on your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, your Snapchats, whatever, Bigo, whatever it is you interact with, TikTok. Go ahead and share it, man. Cut it up, share it, whatever you're going to do. You did. Get it on up out there, though. Right? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean, man? Y'all know we're going to get into it. When keeping it real goes wrong. Now, we got Young Thug and Gunner up in there, but y'all know we about to get into this conversation about our brethren Kanye and Nori and all them, too. We're going to talk about that, too, as well. Right? I see my man Eldon changed his name with the Unapologetically Me. Is that what this is? My brother, Mr. O, with the info. My Joe from Chicago. What it do, man? You hear me? Man. You hear me? Goddamn, man. I'm going to go ahead and bring King Els up, man. El, what's goody, brethren?
What's good, brother? What up?
Man, you already know. You see what it is, man. We got my brother King Els in the building.
A lot of bullshit going on, but we're gonna make light of it today in the building. What's good with you, brother? How was your day?
Oh, man, it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
That's what's up, man. It's always a blessing to hear that.
It definitely is. How about yourself?
Oh, yeah, bro. I can't complain, man. Had a great day at the job. You know, just making things light today. It was a great day. The weather, it was cold, but still great. You know what I mean? I woke up, got to see the day, so I won at that very moment. You already know what that is about.
Right. We got my brother. We got my bro, Mr. O, in the building, man.
Mr. O with the info. What up, brother?
Joe?
Give me what you need to know, but you ain't here for me, though. Just another day in the office, or should I say the hotel, motel, the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, we won't get into it tonight, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
This situation right here with starting off with Young Thug and Gunner, man. And, you know, this is something I've been talking about for a long time now. One of y'all got something echo in the background.
I'm on mute.
Might be me.
Yeah, that's you, El. That's you.
Yeah, they got this TV up here. I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, though, y'all, man, I've been talking about this for a long time, man. You hear me? Very long time. And for those who, you know, tap in with me and follow me on Facebook and all that. Lance Parker in the building. What's good with you, man? You know, anybody who, you know what I'm saying, know me from off of Facebook, and especially in Columbus in the city and all that, man. I've been talking about this for a long time. Very long time. You feel me? Censorship, non-persons, what else? Victim groups, You hear me? People being offended, people being canceled, and basically an all-out assault on the freedom of speech, man, which is connected to our freedom of think. Detroit 313, what it do, man?
What up, Detroit? What up? What up?
You know what I'm saying? We got my brethren Detroit 313 in the goddamn building, man. You know what I'm talking about? And I've always said that this is where it's always going to come to, y'all. Right? And not only that, though, you already know what it is, Detroit 313, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we're going to get into it tonight, man. And what comes along with that is a lot of stuff, y'all. You know, because when you say certain stuff out your mouth, man, you're going to be held accountable for the words that you say out your mouth, right? And,
yeah. So, Verge, they
up?
are basically trying to use all these rappers' lyrics now more than ever before. Now, back in the 90s or the 80s, when C. Delores Tucker and Typical was out in full force about these lyrics, right? Right. But now more than ever, so now more than ever, they want to go ahead and put a microscope on the words that we speak in these lyrics. So who is at fault for creating this engine of dysfunction in the community, and whose fault is to keep upholding this dysfunction? That's basically they reverse the crime. Let me choose my words wisely. Instead of
with your words, Mike.
Right. So we are now in an age that they don't even need physical evidence to get you hemmed up. All they gotta do is go back and see what you had said, tie into what you're currently doing, build a case, and now what you said 10 years ago, you find for your life right now. That's crazy.
Right. It's crazy, right? Absolutely insane, right? Y'all, we done seen it. They done did it to Bill Cosby and
even if they can prove it or not.
Did it to Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah, they got Bill Cosby with nothing but word of mouth.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly was a little bit more evidence.
No. Absolutely no evidence. Absolutely. Let me come up for this. Absolutely no evidence. Not one iota shred of evidence.
Yeah,
anything he did. Not to mention, those girls were proven to lie about having fake IDs, about being forced to do things.
Oh no, they definitely got caught in those lies. I do.
Hey, I told you, I saw Kel's eyes. So when this all happened, transpired, I saw him a week before he got hemmed up at this place called the Sugar Factory because it's around my old site, right? I'm sitting here watching him with Jocelyn and the other Deja. That's her name. I saw both of them, all three of them, right there, bro. And I was trying to get a picture with the dude. This nigga gonna tell me, man, I can't do no pictures right now. Now I see why. Now I see why.
Man, that was some different shit.
Damn, Lance Parker, man. I remember that now, man. Hold on real quick. My man's Lance Parker, man. Let's fuck with my man Lance Parker. X-rated I remember X-rated from the Bay Area. I think he was from Sacramento, man, or something like that, man. Yeah. If not the Bay Area, X-rated. He from the Bay. Was the first rapper I knew that got convicted by lyrics. This was in the early 90s. I remember that. That's crazy, right? That's absolutely insane. You feel me?
Real crazy.
Now this situation with Young Thug and Gunna, man. I mean, it seems like it gets exponentially worse every day for these dudes.
Yo, did Gunna try and get bond again for the fourth time?
I ain't never heard of no niggas bonding out the feds, man. No,
he was trying to get bond. He was trying to get a bond. I was looking at on Media Takeout a little earlier. I don't know, Media Takeout. You can't really trust them motherfuckers, but still, though,
man, that's not a trusted source of information, man. I wouldn't take that.
Credited, not a good credit, but sometimes I ain't gonna lie. It's the B-Dub, the B-Dub run that website, the way they use their vernacular, how they post certain stories. So I know it's the B-Dub that run this site, but sometimes they be hitting the shit on the head.
Right.
Yep. It said, right, hold on. Yep, it says Gunna files for bond for the 4th time.
4 times. Right. Now I'm gonna pass it to L because L, you know what I'm saying, this was his idea for the show tonight. So I want to pass it to L, you know what I'm saying, let him go ahead and sit up there and you know what I'm saying. I got the article posted up right here too. So you know what I mean. Just go ahead and give us a brief introduction into what led you to want to talk about this for tonight's topic, my brother.
I mean, what's crazy is initially this was what I was going with because I seen the cases going up. I seen the bail was denied for Young Thug and Gunna. So I just felt like it was something that should be addressed. I see the way a lot of celebrities have got behind the cause for it. And in reality, this is about protecting Black art, or not even just Black art, but hip hop art. Because what's happening is, yes, there are dudes that out here, they say what they're doing, they get caught up. And for the most part, a lot of these cats, even though they may be playing certain parts of their life that may be a part of the past or however it may be, it's a slippery slope because some of it also is just imagery, or maybe even telling your homie story.
Right.
And, you know, it happens a lot. Like, you know, in rap, you diddy rap amongst your life. You know, some of us, like, we, you know, 90% of what you hear is what I'm doing, or what I've done, or what I've seen, or what I did. But like I said, it's wild out here because now they're flipping this on the people that's getting charged. We see it happen time after time, and it's jamming some of us up. And when you start playing with the RICO charges, all of this, these are life-changing charges, y'all. I don't know if y'all know the magnitude of how these charges really affect people's lives, and I'm not one to ever downplay. You know, people are doing shit to get to warrant that attention because there are a lot of stupid motherfuckers that do shit that's, you know, out there. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of it is art. Like when you hear Lil Wayne out here talking about doing what he doing, killing people and all this shit and whatever he's talking about in his rhymes, that's what he's talking about in his rhymes. Like, you know, these niggas ain't out here. There's very few of them that's out here actually doing that shit. You know what I mean? And you'd be very dumb, which there are, to talk about it, which they have. But this is it's just a touchy subject, man, because we've seen it go the wrong way in the public eye of opinion, and unfortunately, the public does sway a lot of cases, court cases, and decisions, and juries, and verdicts, and things of that nature. No matter how much we might say they don't, they do, and it's just unfair because when you're in the hip hop community, we're always a target, even if, you know, how they say you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to be you're innocent until proven guilty. The hip hop community is when that shit first started, to where you're guilty until proven innocent. And unfortunately, I know a lot of people ain't lived through that, but a lot of us have. And the ones who have really understand that, and we hold it to our hearts because, like, you've been part of that and subject to it. It's not fun, y'all. It's definitely not fun. It's not fun to be blamed for something that you didn't do, and be charged for it, to go to jail. Like I've actually went through that. That's some deep shit. You know, when you shed years off your life, especially for some shit you didn't do. Like, you know I did a lot of shit in my life that I felt like, oh yeah, I could have went down for that, and it would have been justified. But the one time I got into some real trouble with shit I didn't even do. Somebody, the cop did it to me. So, you know, it's just fucked up, man. Like this shit, I don't play with jail time. You play with like time and stuff you can't get back. To me, that's the most valuable asset we have in our lives. So when you lock people up, You're taking the most valuable asset they have, the most tangible asset, taking it away from them. And I'm not a fan of that unless you have something concrete to go along with that. You know what I mean?
Right, I can definitely dig it. Definitely can dig that.
I definitely dig that.
You know what I'm saying? But now we got to hear from the other side of that, though, right? Let me
Yeah, there's always the other side.
I've been to,
yeah.
You hear me? 3 times. Not proud of that, right? Been in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in the streets, that's the type of shit that happens to you. You know what I'm saying? But moving right along, you know what I mean? You know, I remember when right before I got locked up, you know, me and my guys and even us, we was doing our thing. We was doing a lot of things in the streets, and at the same time, this is at the point where brothers was like making transitions into what most of us are doing now. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about back then, we was most definitely rapping about things we were actively doing, right? Which was utterly stupid. You feel me? When I think about it. And so I would definitely always suggest to any young up and coming rapper, like, definitely not, if you're in the streets actively, you should not be rapping about it in your raps if you're pursuing a rap career. So
don't make yourself an easy target, man.
Not a conducive strategy to be a successful businessman or artist or whatever it is you're trying to be. At some point, you're going to have to cut and separate the career of being an athlete, entertainer, rapper, whatever you want to call it, and you have to completely be done with that, because when you interlope the two, this is why they created the hip hop police, or should I say, one of the reasons why the hip hop police was created in the first place, because there is actual criminal elements of the hip hop industry because of what we just said, but also it was also done to spy on niggas, set brothers up. You hear me? And do exactly what it's doing now. You know what I'm saying? Even down to what we got going on with our brother Kanye, who we're going to get to here in a short while. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and show this article, though, man. I want y'all to see this article that L sent me. You feel me?
Mr. O, my brother, how's that Chicago weather been treating you out there, bro?
Cold.
Yeah, because I know if this Ohio weather is getting cold, I'm like, man,
cold.
The way them
winds colder.
Look, all right, I'll get
Hello.
All right.
When I used to be
bring it up
New
right
York,
now on the screen.
Hey,
hit that like button, y'all. Smash that like button, man.
Smash that like button, subscribe, all that shit.
Man.
And then go to my page and do the same shit.
Right. Yeah, go to my brother Mr. O page too. What y'all talking about? Hey, protect black art. How the indictment of Young Thug and Gunna sparked a movement. The rapper's lyrics are used as alleged evidence in a sweeping RICO indictment. Rap lyrics have been used by prosecutors in the U.S. for decades as alleged evidence in criminal cases, helping put rappers behind bars, but it wasn't until lyrics were used in the indictment of hip-hop stars Young Thug and Gunna on gang-related charges that the controversial practice sparked a movement in the music industry and fueled a wave of support for legislation seeking to limit the practice. Right? I will protect black art like it's my family because it's my family, Kevin Lyles, the CEO of 300 Entertainment, the home of Young Thug's Young Stoner Life label, told Nightline, adding that to him, this is not just about the lyrics. Our culture is on trial. Let's see what this boy Kevin Lyles had to say, man, on Russell Simmons' little fake.
So
whether it's country music to put artists behind bars. People doing like
things right now.
Kevin Lyles is
Lyles
gearing up for
is
the
gearing
fight
up
of
for
his
the
life.
fight
You
of
say
his
lyrics.
life.
I've seen lyrics on trial. I think it's a very slippery slope.
The music industry veteran is on a mission to stop prosecutors from using rap lyrics to put artists behind bars.
We will protect black art by any means necessary. I will protect black art like it's my family because it's my family.
And that's what he's doing in the aftermath of the arrests of Young Thug and Gunna, two of his biggest stars. As the former president of Def Jam Recordings, Lyles has helped launch the careers of artists like LL Cool J and Run DMC, more recently signing Megan Thee Stallion and Mary J. Blige. But now, the CEO of 300 Elektra Entertainment is teaming up with a growing list of stars, like Jay-Z, Meek Mill, and Kelly Rowland. All now pushing for new laws to protect musicians.
The targeted things that are happening right now is really against hip-hop and black arts. And my Kobe Bryant voice job, not done. It's just not done.
Violence in music is nothing new, whether it's outlaw country music or rap music. But what I saw in my childhood is that rap was treated radically different.
I think what we are witnessing right now is more than a moment. I think it actually is a movement. And it's a movement that's being led by some of the biggest names.
Police arrested the rapper
No, hold on real quick. Hold on.
for Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams. Lyles manages Young Thug and Gunna. Both Atlanta rappers are currently in jail without bond. Their lyrics being used against them in court.
The lyrics is the first of things to come. Then it'll be about the video. Then it'll be about the movie. Then it'll be about the documentary. Then it'll be about the Nightline episode that we're doing right now. We got to stop somewhere.
31-year-old Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, known for being one of the most influential rappers of this time, winning the Grammy for Song of the Year in 2019, collaborating with Childish Gambino in This Is America.
Yeah, this is America. Come to my area. I got the strap.
But it's the lyrics from his song Anybody, featuring Nicki Minaj, that the prosecutors are presenting alongside other evidence as proof of criminal conspiracy.
I never dipped anybody, but I got something to do with anybody.
Young Thug and Gunna are among a large group who have been charged in a 56-count indictment. Count one is for racketeering. The defendants stand accused of being involved in YSL, the Young Slime Life gang, notorious in Atlanta for violent crime.
Now, hold on, y'all, man.
That's a lot right there. What
I
up?
know they got to be getting into some type of situation with Yves Saint Laurent, man, because that's a known brand and logo for them.
Hell yeah. What up, Detroit 313, Lance Parker in the building, Glitch Guarantee. What up, what up?
Yeah, man.
Midwest in the building.
Yeah, you already know, man. Midwest, we in the building. We got Juju's on East Coast ass in the building talking about the damn Bronx and shit.
Nah,
I got a funny story about the Bronx real quick. Just real quick. I got a funny story about the Bronx real quick, man. Last when I went to New York a few years ago, man. I went to New York. Me, D-Money, my little nigga Young, and who else went with us, man? Was it Tom, my nigga Tom Touch? We went to New York. We was going to supposed to go perform in this little thing they had up there, but it ended up being some bullshit though. But
then you should have let me know. I got a couple of times.
This was years and years and years ago, man. This was years ago, bro. You hear me? And, this was like 06. And this is when I first met the nigga Mano when he first came home too. We stayed up for the show, was chilling and shit though, man. But the dude we went up there to go rock with, man, this is this dude from dude lived on Gun Hill Road in the Bronx.
The Bronx.
I can't remember the name. He lived off of Gun Hill. I can't remember the name of the street he lived off of. I know in the corner was a slapping ass pizza shop on the corner.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just my little funny story there because
bro.
Dude who we went up there to go who was our connect for the New York and stuff, this dude was staying with this guy, man. It was his roommate. I don't know what was going on, man, if it was some funny stuff or whatever, but he was there. I don't know if y'all remember from Was it American Idol? It was one of these TV shows. Dude was on, man. He was a fat Puerto Rican light skinned nigga on one of them early fucking
You talking about Ruben Studdard, nigga?
Nah, I ain't talking about Ruben Studdard.
He
He was
said
a
light
light skinned fat Puerto Rican nigga on one of the first little reality shows, man. I'm trying to remember what it was, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about too. But anyway, this who this dude was staying in the crib with, man. I'm like, hold on, what type of homeboy shit this nigga was on, man? Like the roommate is this, that dude was on some homo shit when he was on the show, though. You feel me?
Yeah, bro. New York different, bro. That roommate shit.
New York is very different, man.
Yeah, because I had to get my own spot because when I first moved there, I was looking for a spot, and you know, the roommate was the you would think that's the good way to go. So I started going on roommate interviews, and I'm like, oh hell no. I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? If I gotta pay more bread, I'm gonna just have to pay more bread, but I'll live by myself.
Same here. Hey, bro, I don't care what major city you in, that roommate shit, if in New York, LA, or Chicago, it's for the birds. Trust me.
Because I'm a cool nigga, bro. So I thought that I'll be, you know, I could be the cool nigga, just be cool, play my part. I don't be in nobody's way. I smoke my J's, I do my thing. But mostly when I was in New York, I rarely was even at the crib. So yeah, bro.
Yeah, be like that.
I think it was too. Detroit 313. See, Detroit 313. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, I gotta go to New York. I always had a New York swag to myself. I gotta go to New York. Everybody be like, man, you from Harlem or somewhere? I'm like, nah, nigga, I ain't from no damn Harlem. I mean, these niggas from Harlem come up here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the DISSECT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, funny story.
And they be coming out to y'all land too, Columbus, huh?
Yeah, they had a club out here.
Oh, they do?
They used to. They used to years ago. We used to be plugged, like Stacks definitely. He had us plugged in when we was getting our haze from Freaky Zeke. Like we had a nice little plug for a little minute, but nah. Let me tell you, my first time going to Bronx. Funny story, Juju. All right, so I'm living in New York. I got this job where I had to go out to the Bronx in the morning. I stopped at this little Spanish coffee shop. I'm chilling out. I get off the train. You know, I'm chilling. I go have my coffee before the job spot open. And I mean, I'm looking outside. You know how New York got the window. You just see straight out the spot. And I'm looking, and I'm seeing niggas like walk up on this one cat, and next thing you know, they get into a scuffle. And I see the dude.
Your sound ain't right, L. Your sound went out, bro.
Your sound went out, L. Your sound went out.
You hear me now, right?
Yeah.
We good. So, like I said, 10 minutes into the Bronx, I'm seeing some cats get hawking up this one dude. It's a Sunday morning, might I add. Sunday, about 8 o'clock on a Sunday, and they hawking this cat up 8 in the morning, broad daylight, and the dude tried to run in the shop, and the owner, he run up, locked the door. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, this how y'all get down to Bronx? Like, literally Sunday morning before the grandmas get out of church. But, yeah, the Bronx, that's just my little funny story about entering the Bronx for the first time in my life.
Yeah, now you seen a nigga get hawked down, man. That's crazy.
Like 10 minutes into the Bronx, fresh off the train. Trying to enjoy my coffee. My coffee and my what they call it, sofritas, the eggs with the onions and the tomatoes in it. Oh man.
Let's get back to this Young Thug and Gunna stuff, man. Let's go listen to Kevin Lyle's old Russell Simmons clone looking at him.
An artist who's expressing themselves now on RICO charges. I've never heard it happen before. That was for a real gang. That they knew what killed people, that they knew where.
YSL's a real gang in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. That's not conjecture. I mean, that's actually a gang. Am I correct when I say that?
Yep, YSL and YFN.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
And now we're talking about lyrics.
What is the RICO Act, and how did we even get to this spot?
Basically, it's a federal statute that was enacted in 1970. It was designed to go after criminal enterprises, not always, but mafia. Those individuals that were involved in what we call the mafia.
So let me tell y'all something that you know what I mean, when they created the RICO Act, that a lot of people don't realize about the RICO Act. Right? The RICO Act, like a lot of laws that they passed, right? A lot of these acts of Congress, whether it be in the House or in the Senate, a Senate bill or a House resolution, right? When they made the RICO Act, what they didn't tell anybody that it wasn't specific. It was, see, this is what they told you. This is how I tell y'all to study etymology and stuff. See, they designed it, right, to go after La Costa Nostra, right? But not just spoke solely specifically them, though, right? You understand what I'm saying, though? Like the is told in history, if you would, that the whole reason the RICO law was made was to go was for exactly for the mafia, but no. The mafia just was used as the conduit to bring in what would later grow in, right? From the RICO Act, what will later go into what we have now, and y'all hear me talk about it all the time, HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorist Prevention Act, the 2007, right? See, the RICO Act, and you know, La Cosa Nostra is involved with everything that's going on too. I want y'all to know that, though, but that's another topic for another day. But they use them as a scapegoat in order to come after everybody else. And now here we are currently, the RICO is being used in the rap industry, right? Now we got them saying we can't use people's lyrics. Yeah, you can't use people's lyrics when they're not actively involved in criminal activity. But let me come up for this, man, because y'all don't seem to get this for some reason, man. If you are actively in the streets committing crimes, and you happen to become a very popular, well-known, and wealthy rap artist, right? You should immediately stop your criminal activity, right? Hope you ain't got no cases pending or nothing up until that point. You should focus straight on your career, right? You cannot mix the two. You can't be out here actively involved. And I mean, even if you ain't directly day-to-day, even if you is a boss, so you mean to tell me you niggas is championing and promoting, marketing, advertising, being a being a drug dealer, but masquerading as a hip hop artist at the same time, or a gang leader, while you guys got a dual rap career where you're this big rap artist going around the world touring this stuff as you control a gang from whatever city you are in, a criminal organization as you tour the world, rapping about your criminal activity as you're actively involved with it. Tell me that's not what you goofy ass niggas is doing, man.
Yeah, so I'm not also gonna not hold people accountable for their actions. You know, that's not what we do here. So one thing I will say is you know, y'all do y'all's research on however y'all want. But I know y'all heard, most of y'all, if y'all follow Young Thug, heard the barter, and y'all heard the shots thrown, and pretty sure if y'all, you know, really in tune to the situation from years ago where Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up. And
yeah, I remember.
We heard about the bragging of on the barter from you know, I ain't even gonna say the artist because I don't want to implicate, but if y'all know who made the barter, then y'all know what I'm talking about. And y'all make those easy connections, and it's fucked up. What up? What up? Uncle Diggity in the building. Chaos Rain. What up? What up? Peace, love, and blessings. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. And
you already know Chaos Rain was good, man.
So yeah, you know, it's a touchy subject. So you
Uncle
know,
Diggity, what's up, bro?
I don't want people. I want to protect the art, the hip hop art, but in the same sense, I can't protect ignorance to the laws. And if you're baiting the law, and the law catches that bait, then you get ate. I just came up with that on the spot, by the way. So,
you know what I'm saying? It just comes so natural, man.
It's just real shit. Like, don't fuck with the law if you don't want the law to fuck with you. Every once in a while, every blue moon, the law fucks with you. when it ain't supposed to, when you ain't did shit. But 90% of the time, 95% of the time, you have done something to maybe look maybe you ain't do nothing that warranted the apprehension of how they went about it, but 95% we did something to kind of, and this is anything. I'm not putting this on black people. This is for all. Right. I don't want y'all to think we limited this because hip hop culture is not limited to black people. This is for y'all, right. White people, black people, Asians, any of y'all. This applies to everybody. It's a blanket cover because they're using this against all of y'all. And at the end of the day, just don't do nothing. We all get locked up. 95% of the time is a reason we even were looked at to get locked up. Like, we gotta be honest and hold that accountable. I just don't like this as a whole, just because a lot of people do embellish what they're saying, a lot more of the percentage than not. So this could be something where if they just want to take you out or something, just like what we're gonna get into later with the Kanye, if they just want to take you out, the media is showing you live and in day that they could take you out, just like Enemy of the State, the movie. So y'all better beware of what's going on out here. It's getting real spooky. They really limited the laws and they twisted it into the favor of where if they ever really want to get you, they can get you for anything just by twisting the story just a little bit, twisting your words just a little bit, and next thing you know, you're sitting in there wasting years of your life. So it's a real slippery slope. And I just hope everybody at least just keep your eyes open on what's going on out here, because, it ain't even when it starts trickling down from the celebrities to regular people, which it already happens in our communities. I know a lot of people don't understand what goes on in the communities, how the court system's set up, how they, what do they call those lawyers, the motherfucking public defenders, the way they set up. The way this shit is all linked together, the way the lawyers are cool with the other lawyers and both sets of lawyers are cool with the judge, and most of your deals are done by all three, all having to drink together, cool with each other. Once you understand how this court system works, and I was lucky on my last joint that I went through, I had to fire a lawyer, literally. And, I went through a lot of shit where the lawyer was actually shouting. I had an actual, I was in the case and I had the other lawyer call me and tell me my lawyer was fucking me over. I don't know if that's ever happened, but I had my lawyer bad mouthing me to the other lawyer, and the other lawyer took it in his will that was actually prosecuting me to tell me what my lawyer was saying. And I had a black lawyer, by the way. The first time I went with a black lawyer. What's crazy is, contrary to what Kanye say, I always used to get a Jewish lawyer, and the first time I tried to go to the black lawyer, I almost got locked up because the black lawyer tried to sell me out. So just an experience I had, but my fault. It's a slippery slope, y'all. I just don't want this to be something that we keep going down this hill and that snowball effect gets bigger, and then it gets to a point where we can't get out the way and it's taking everything out that's in this way. And it eventually will trickle down to where they'll find a way to do it. Next thing you know, they're going to be trying to do this to y'all on Facebook and Twitter and any of y'all social media networks. Now, that's where the next thing is going to be.
Yeah, it's already happening. Shout out to American Negro in the building. What's good, man?
So when y'all, I'm not saying y'all, but when y'all even salute shit like what's going on with the Kanye and salute that they're blackballing and silencing me, just remember, if you or if somebody has ever said something on Twitter that could have been twisted the wrong way,
or Facebook,
what they could do to you, don't cast your stone through a glass house. You know what I mean? That's all. That's one thing I'm gonna always tell people, and that's why you see I don't like to do I know we broke down the judgment, but I don't like to do that shit for these type of reasons, because I always get twisted back on you, and it's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun. You know what I mean?
That's a
Y'all
fact.
agree with that? It's all fun and games until they shooting back at you, and then the target's on you, and then it's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So
in other words, ain't no fun unless the rabbit got. I mean, when a rabbit got the gun, huh?
exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. It ain't no fun when it's turned back on you.
Like
You
I
know,
said,
we all
when it
out.
comes to this whole this whole situation, man, it's the today's oppressors become tomorrow's victims.
Bro, how can we be the oppressors? How can I be the oppressor?
You borging out, L.
Yeah, man, that's what they doing to me. They trying to shut my comments down.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Hit that like button, man. Click on the bell. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page and all that. Share on your social engineer, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. Hit that like button. Let's go, man. Listen. Right? Now, when it comes to Young Thug and Gunna, they're stupid, right?
Stupid.
You can't be actively out here in the streets involved in criminal activity as a boss. Like I'm saying, let me find out you niggas is becoming rappers as an alter ego to being a street dude, a dude in the street selling dope or something.
YF and Lucci too. Virgil. All these.
He is dumbass boy, man. There's so much questions I got about that case, and you know, some stuff I just don't even feel is worth looking into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all these dudes, man, all these dudes out here talking about they smoking they ops and real life rapping about crimes that they did or was involved with or other people did. They rapping about how they killed niggas or what happened to a dude who got killed that they know about. I'm like, smoking dead ops and oh my god, man. I was like, man, you guys is crazy, man.
My city, my music, the drill culture. I feel we halfway responsible for that. Before before anybody, before Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and Virgil and Lil Reese, all them came out. Well, nobody talking about, man, we smoking on that what's the name pack. Well, nobody's talking like us, walking like us, dressing like us. Man, fast forward 10 years later, man, the whole entire world, Chicago.
It's crazy, right? Absolutely insane.
O Block. Let me rephrase that. The whole entire world is Inglewood and O Block.
Said the whole Chicago is just Inglewood.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Now I'm from Inglewood, by the way of Killer Ward, so I come from two of the most dangerous sections of the South Side Chicago, man. I done seen some things on these streets, bro. I need to write a book, but I don't know how to articulate. I smoke too much.
Nah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start writing our books, because what we are already seeing is that they trying to find ways to erase their history. They gonna try their best to do that. So the best way to offset that is to start writing our books, start writing our stories, start doing these type podcasts. If you don't want to write the book, get on this podcast every night and leave your trails, tell your stories. So they ain't going. We don't want them to tell our story. I don't want nobody else to tell my story except for me, because then they gonna paint a narrative how they want people to see.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Fact. That's a big, huge fact, and I'm glad you said that, L, because that's where this stuff is leading to, man. Now, granted, and I have to keep reiterating this, granted, Young Thug and Gunna clearly are dumb and stupid for doing what they did. That's why they're in the situation they is. But look at the implications of this stuff, right? So, and you gotta say, or gotta use your critical thinking ability in this. So, if they're about to start coming up with legislation specifically aimed towards people in the rap industry, music industry, hip hop industry, based off of them being criminally charged, possibly potentially off of what they are rapping in their raps, y'all got to understand that this is going to be broad across the board, just like the RICO Act. It's going to be broad. It's not going to be specifically just for rappers that's actively in the streets. It's going to be for all of y'all. So what does that mean for y'all rappers or aspiring rappers who aren't involved in any criminal activity, but
or podcasters? Let's be real.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Y'all see how this is a slippery slope and it's snowballing and affecting everybody. And that's exactly what it's trying to do. Now,
because I don't give a fuck if it's Kanye.
The best way to not have a debate is to get rid of it. Don't allow people to talk. Silence people. Scare people into, you know, not questioning, not saying nothing, not speaking in, you know, opposition, not challenging, just accepting what you're being told. Y'all got to understand where this is going, man. I told y'all go read 1984. I'm gonna keep telling y'all go read that book. Y'all need to read it because this stuff will begin to make a lot of sense to you after you read that book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell
Shit
you.
sped up. It definitely sped up.
Censorship is real. You hear me? Censorship is very real.
If they could censor the richest black man ever in American history, what do you think they're gonna do to us? If they wanted to.
Trying to tell people, man,
They
like, man, listen.
I go one better. They canceled not only a richest black man in our lifetime, they have canceled one of their own rich black man who used to be a president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's something. Right. So
that's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this whole now granted, and I was talking about this as being separate but equal. Like, granted, we all have our individual qualms and things we need to fight, especially us, but you know, as black people, you know, y'all see what's going on with our history, trying to be hot in the process of being hijacked, being rewritten. You hear me? And we being replaced. You understand what I'm saying, man? We being replaced. Our history is being hijacked and rewritten and stolen. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So we definitely, you know what I'm saying, need to be focused on how important the freedom of speech is. And this is an outright attack on the freedom of speech based on the actions of a couple dumbasses who have the fucking audacity and gall like a dumbass to sit up there and make songs about crimes they were actively involved in or know people were connected to people who were involved with them or even in fact orchestrated them being done.
Right.
And now they're coming for us all. You feel me? So I think it was very important to talk about this, man, for real, because when our lyrics start being used against us, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, the people who are in the streets doing stuff, they deserve to get whatever they got coming to them, right? But most of us are not rapping. If you're an artist, you're not actively rapping about your criminal activity that you could possibly still be doing at that point in time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go say is most rappers aren't actively involved in criminal activity because they're rappers, right? And you can't meld the two. And that's what they done by making all these little hood dudes, these little ghetto dudes, they're making them rich, giving them shine, especially on YouTube. You understand, some of these young dudes from these little cities and big cities got hundreds of millions of views. And now you can see how this culture is spreading across the world like wildfire. They got London drill. You ever heard some London drill, L?
UK drill, that's what it's called. UK drill.
London drill, specifically.
London drill. Whew, man, we really did that shit. I gotta tell all my Chicago guys, especially the ones that's in the industry, they're like, yeah, man, we really did that shit. The one time in history Chicago actually got a chance to be dominant in the hip hop rap game, we did this shit.
Yeah.
The new gangster rap.
Keep telling you, Mr. O, man. I keep telling you, Mr. O, man, it's some very powerful, stronghold, ground force entities presiding over y'all city, man. Very, very powerful. And it's evident by y'all's very corrupt, matter of fact, the most corrupt political environment in this country, if not on planet Earth.
The most corrupt city and most corrupt state.
I gotta say that, man. There's a lot of different ley lines that intersect through y'all city. And as you know, Mr. O, y'all stand on the same line of latitude as the city of Rome. And that's not by accident.
I said that on this platform before, Virgil.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. People need to know that type of information, and not only know that type of information, understand why it's important and what it means.
Because what happens over here happens over there, no matter what, when, or how, within back then or now. Man.
One of y'all got some wind or something, boy. Is that you, Mr. O?
No, I'm muted.
Oh, that was me lighting up.
Whatever that noise is, it's like it was like that noise. It was like sounding like some wind was blowing or something, man.
Oh, that was the lighter. You know, I use torches, bro.
He said I use torches. Yeah, though, man. So what y'all yeah, Uncle Diggity, man.
I wonder if
Uncle Diggity, man.
I got a
Chicago
question though.
Unleashed the demon.
Yeah, man. We is the unleashed demon. We are the first serial killer in America with H.H. Holmes. I mean, that was back in the 1893, and he from Inglewood. He was from Inglewood. He had the hotel in Inglewood.
I challenge you to go look into that, Mr. O. See how many what is known as ley lines intersect New York City.
I mean, ley lines. Well, the only one I could see was the correspondence between Chicago and Rome. But man, I might have to do some research on that, because you do know that Illinois means the term Illinois means sick Indians, and this used to be like Illinois used to be the place where all the Indians, I think, used to bury their deceased ones around that. I could be wrong. I got to do more research on that too. But yeah, man, you know, Native American burial ground, spiritual deadly demon entities, and all types of stuff. Hell, we are the first. We was the place that they created the atom bomb at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
definitely was. That was the place where they had the first. Chicago was where they had the first World's Fair.
Yep, in 1893. Bro, you know why that was such a significant fair? All right, they had the architecture basically built like ancient Rome. First red flag. Then, like I said about H.H. Holmes, Triple H, the original Triple H, he was America's first serial killer. The American Horror Story basically made a character of him, where they show the Horror Hotel based on H.H. Holmes. He was a dentist and a hotel marketeer, something like that. So the man basically made a hotel in Inglewood with one floor that was not part of the plans, and on that specific floor, he's like torture and kill people, bro. Yeah. And I work right next door at the McCormick place, where they built the first atom bomb that dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So, man, look, bro. Let me go eat my turkey burger. I'm about to go ahead and listen to y'all.
You said my turkey burger.
Nah, I feel that.
Hey, I gotta eat healthy, bro. I gotta eat healthy.
I know that's right.
I did a burger on lettuce today, bro. I'm trying. I did a burger on lettuce. I'm trying, bro. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? But nah, yeah, man, it's crazy out there. I know Chicago, man, it's different. I know when I stayed in New York, I stayed in Brooklyn, and I'm gonna tell you, like, the way they report murders in New York is totally different, because if you separate it by boroughs, yeah, it seems like a smaller number, but that Brooklyn news used to jump. And I used to be like, damn. I'm like, man, you motherfuckers is like 8-9 bodies a day. Like in New York, it's different. You know, me coming from Columbus, now it's different in Columbus, where it's starting to get real bad, like at least a body every other day. But in New York, that shit was like niggas shooting off the roof, the cops. It was just, it's different. It's different. And I can imagine Chicago. I remember y'all had like that one weekend where it was like 62 people got shot, 40 something murders 70. In a weekend. 70. Yeah, that shit's fucking nuts. Just to even think that many people got shot. And how many was murdered? Like 40? It was something crazy. It was something crazy.
Like 30 like 38, like 40 some people. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that shit was nuts. Like in one weekend, like man, that is some
And
crazy
that
shit.
part of that weekend, it was probably the first weekend of the summertime. So yep.
Yeah, and what people have to understand is that sometimes America goes to war for years with countries that don't even have that many murders in the whole fucking war. Y'all hear what I just said? America can go to another country and be at war with another country, and they may not even lose that many soldiers in that whole time period. And they did that in a weekend.
Right. Yeah,
The BW got more casualties than anybody else. I mean, they've been deleting babies since the 1970s. So hey.
Yeah. So what they do in New York is they separate it by boroughs, and they don't. When they report it, they just talk about Manhattan, which Manhattan is obviously the middle of the city, and don't shit really happen in Manhattan. So when you hear they say the city, so the city of New York, you have to remember is all of the boroughs: Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Long Island, and did I name all five of them? I think that Staten Island. All right, yeah, that's all 5 boroughs. You know what I mean? So that's all New York. But the way they report it to you is they'll tell you Brooklyn, they'll tell you Queens, they'll tell you the Bronx, they'll tell you, just separate places. They separate them. So it don't make New York City, which is a tourist city, if they put all those murders up, people wouldn't want to go to the city like that. They would think that, if you look at the murder rates, it will look crazy. So they don't do that. They murder per capita is only reported off of Manhattan. That's one thing I learned when I was in New York. So, and it is safe. In the city where I stayed at was safe. Like I was in Brooklyn in a place where, it wasn't too far. Yeah.
I'll be right back, yo.
All right.
I mean, where I stayed wasn't too far from East New York, and if you ever heard anything about East New York, it's a little wild out there. But I was fortunate to stay in a little spot where it was like houses. It wasn't like the projects, none of that shit. So I got me a nice spot in Brooklyn, and it was in an active area. So you know what I mean. But that shit go down. Like, don't go, just like any place, any hood in America, don't go down the wrong street. Don't go to the wrong hood, or you are subject to being fooled and getting ate. Don't make yourself fooled. Same thing with these rappers, don't put these lyrics out there that have the feds on you. Don't make yourself fooled. Don't process your up.
Hell to me, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand why y'all do this. Man, that's crazy. It's on. Man, listen. Because when I think about it like, man, what the hell was we thinking? You feel me?
Yeah, bro. I listen to some of my old shit and be like, we was popping that shit. And we was popping bottles in there. We was having fun, bro. We had a lot of fun. And I get it. But that's on us. And that's why it's even more on people like us to really talk about it. Because, if we don't, we're just as bad as somebody that does something to them if we don't at least give them the game to try to help them avoid that situation. So as us getting to be as what they call Virgin Jail School or OGs, whatever you want to call us, it's our job to give the ones coming up after us the experience we went through. So hopefully they don't have to make the same mistakes we did, and they could just get to the spot where they need to be at a lot quicker, skipping over those bumps and hurdles that we had to go through. That's our jobs.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's why we do what we do over here, and we're using this as an example because this is another reason why I say box cleverly with your words. Right? I'm telling you, man, our freedom of speech is under attack. It's in the cross. And y'all better learn.
I'm a victim of that.
Very serious, man.
Because I think, to me, the truth is all that matters, but I have to realize that to everybody else, the truth ain't always what matters. You know what I mean? And I have a hard time dealing with that because I feel like the truth equals no harm, no foul. That's the way I would look at it. But in this new social media society, the truth can be offensive. And it's hard for me to even still fathom it and even narrow through it. I'll still try to work with it. And it's fucked up that I even have to think this way, to think that I have to self-censor myself to fit in to where I don't say something that could offend somebody, even if it's the truth. And I find myself doing that.
That's what we call
You
mental
know?
gymnastics, man.
Yeah. But it's what,
word salads and everything.
yeah. I find myself doing it a lot, just trying to censor myself. And, you know, I might be on a social media site and then I find myself typing something and I'm like, damn, yeah, it's the truth, but I'm going to delete it. I'm not even going to say it. You know what I mean? And that's why I think I don't like social media like that. Like, it ain't really for people like me. And you know,
that's the thing we gotta always keep in mind about this, though. It's nothing really think about what the word social means, man. You hear me? I challenge y'all to go look up social and look at the definition of what it means. There's really nothing social about this. Social in what way? You know what I'm saying? And how is it social?
Well, I got I got 3 definitions for the same word. Show. First definition is an adjective relating to society or its organization. Second definition, needing companionship and therefore best suited to living in communities. The third one is a noun, and the last one, but not least, an informal social gathering, especially one organized by the members of a particular club or group.
All right. The last one is the one in which it gets thrown out of context. And this is why I say it's good to look up words, because words have different or more than one meaning. And you have to be able to have critical thinking ability to know the context in which the word, because you might be hearing a certain word in a certain context and it don't associate, because you don't know this word also means something else as well. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's important to study words and the origin of words and stuff like that. When we're talking about these guys right here, man, you know what I mean? They being used as a catalyst to draw people in through the heartstrings, by the heartstrings. Oh, it's Young Thug and it's Gunner, and oh, we just were rappers. But, you know, these guys are criminals in the street. I even think there's some footage of Young or Gunner out there where he was involved with the Crime Stoppers, like how Clifford was.
You mean Tip the Tipster?
Yeah, he did that shit. That's fucked up.
I call him Tip the Tipster.
Oh my God. Basically what we're saying, y'all, is that when it comes to basically at the end of the day, box cleverly with your words, y'all, because the thought police is here. I keep telling y'all the ministry of truth is being established on YouTube, through YouTube, for society.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking my talents to Rumble. I'm about to go ahead and start live stream on Rumble, making pre-records right here on Facebook. It's the only way, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, bro. Hey, free speech is really on trial here. See,
they got it in the crosshairs, man.
In the crosshairs. And you do know the main proposition for all these sensational events that's going on, they basically trying to get rid of the Constitution.
It's already gone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's pretty much obliterated and eviscerated. And all you to answer somebody's question, I think who was that said that earlier? Was it Detroit? Yeah, Detroit 313. Who said that earlier? Y'all think that was Detroit? I think that was Detroit 313 that asked the question and said they coming for the First Amendment. Yeah, they're coming for the First Amendment for sure.
Yeah, they already been trying to get rid of the second one.
They already got most of the First Amendment.
Yeah, they almost got all of the Second Amendment. All they gotta do is just basically tell y'all to go ahead and say, look, y'all want safe streets, just give up y'all guns, and we go ahead and take care of the criminals. But y'all gotta give up your guns, your legal to right to bear armed guns.
I would never.
Yeah, I tell you that people start doing goofy stuff. And listen, this is how we've been desensitized with it. Trade your guns in for whatever, money or
all through my city,
and all that crazy stuff. I know they do that up your way,
bro. What, bro? We got a whole, like, you know how the UPS truck pulls up and drop your packages off front of your crib. Them trucks come through the hood at least once a week, bro, and they pull up in all the most crime-ridden areas and say, basically, y'all got guns? No guns? Oh, we come back next week.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Chicago's crazy right now.
Hey,
man.
dig this out. One truck, and it goes like clockwork, bro. Especially my section. Every week, well, they did do this for a couple of years, but I think they stopped doing it though. But literally, the gun truck will come first. Then the condom truck will come right behind it.
You said the condom truck?
Man.
Yeah, bro. Giving out, we got free. Not that truck will get a lot of it'd be worse than the ice cream truck, bro. That condom truck, that's worse than the ice cream truck in the hood, bro.
Amari Brown, what's good with you, brother? Where you been at, boy? What's good with you, man?
What up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So basically, we about to move on to the next topic because I really want to get into this part of the show too, man. Listen, man.
Hold up. Sucks.
What's up?
You will be smoking right from me. I'm at work all sober and shit, man.
I'm not.
I bet you got one too, don't you, Verse 2 over there in the corner just chilling and shit.
Every time the screen goes.
I already smoked. I'm good, man.
What
you was saying,
yeah, bro. Can you play the Breakfast Club Nori apology?
Next? Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to do. That's what I said. We moving on.
Hold on. He apologized?
Yes. Oh, he apologized. We about to get into it, man. We about to get straight to it.
I want you to see.
We segueing into the other part of the show. You know what I'm saying? They come and using your lyrics, trying to say they're gonna start using lyrics against these guys and any aspiring rappers or singers, and then it's gonna come to the rest of us, of course. You know, it's kind of like what already happening, especially through social engineering. So now we got the Kanye West and Noriega interview on Drink Champs. Second one. Right. Okay. I think it was just as dope as the first one. Matter of fact, even more so. And what Kanye was explaining, pretty good, might I add too. Very clear, concise thoughts. I can tell by the way he was talking the things he was talking. Kanye has been doing his due diligence. I'm gonna just tell you that. And you know,
Kanye ain't no dumb.
From a guy who does his due diligence, trust me, Kanye been doing his due diligence. How he been going about doing it, I don't know. He listening who he listening to, doing on his own, however combination of the two, whatever he got going on. But
he been talking to Dr. Claude Johnson.
By the plethora of stuff he talking about, you know what I'm saying? I can tell that he's somebody's putting him up on game about a lot of stuff. Man.
Look, Kanye already got good game. I mean, you got to remember his old man was a Black Panther, and his mom was college educated. So I hate to say it, Kanye is a low key genius. It's just that, you know, him having mental illness episodes there now.
Let me stop you right there, Mr. O. Man. Right, Kanye ain't crazy, y'all. He don't have mental issues. There's nothing wrong with his brain. He's very intelligent, right?
Okay.
He has emotional issues. Big difference, y'all. Not the same thing. I want y'all, and I'm gonna go in on this real quick. Not you specifically, Mr. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean?
No.
People crazy. gotta stop doing that, man. You call somebody crazy, and I explained this the other day, man. You call people crazy, right? This automatically discredits anything they say, anything they do, because they're crazy. Who listens to crazy people? Who cares about crazy people? Who cares what they have to say?
America listens to crazy people. You see who we got in office.
Yeah, but see, they're not crazy either, though. They're very, very, very emotionally disturbed.
Good word.
Right? And you got to be able to understand what I mean when I say they're emotionally disturbed. I'm talking about at their energetic resonance is vibrating very low, and there's a reason for that. Most of y'all not ready to walk down that path, though. Another topic for another day. But when we're talking about Kanye, he ain't crazy. He's very intelligent, man. Very emotionally disturbed. You would be too if you have to experience and sacrifice the things that that man has to get to $6 billion worth. Richest black man in known American history.
Yeah, true that. I bumped in, man, that's so crazy. I bumped into all these damn celebrities and I still ain't got on yet. I bumped into Kanye back in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, over there on 103rd in Cottage Grove at the Harold's Chicken. And ironically, one of my guys a couple of weeks later was with Kanye, him and GLC going into the Harold's Chicken, and they get into it with some alcoholic drunk motherfuckers. It's on YouTube. Matter of fact, my guy cousin Bang used to be hanging with Cameron.
Oh no, I remember that. Yeah,
bro.
That was old boy Cameron's cousin from Chicago.
Cousin Bang. That's my bro. That's my land, bro. Remember, he was going to the store trying to stick up the store owner. That's the store I be going to every day. Cousin Bang, one of the guys. I told you there's a video of me on him. I had my dreads and shit though. Me and Jim Jones got into. I blew smoking that nigga face. He ran on the damn bus.
Who?
Jim Jones.
You know what he's saying.
He's still my boy too. Hey, if he see this and hear this in the future, look, you still my boy, but you was on some bullshit that damn day. We got documented evidence, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to ask you where Jew Wells was at, because that was my nigga. We millennials. You was we was cool. Me and Jim Jones was talking and everything, but a couple of the Inglewood hood rats wanted to get on the damn bus. And I ain't gonna lie, I felt some kind of way because I'm like, can I just pull up in Harlem and talk to y'all bitches? Y'all just pull up in a whole tour bus. Y'all get all these girls all riled up. They get on the bus, and when y'all leave, they're gonna look at us. Who are they fucking? And they gonna want to try to fuck with us no more. Thank you, Jim Jones. Thank you.
You already know.
I got the video right here on the YouTube though. I still had dreads and everything. This nigga ran on the bus. I blew smoke. I was like, "You scary ass nigga."
Nigga Jimmy. He was running in New York that one day too for a little season. Now he just be running ass nigga, man. Motherfucker.
Nah,
that's crazy.
Hey, Birds, you know who Kanye been? He been running with Claude Anderson, right?
Hey, your mic. You gotta get your joint popping again, man. Pause.
Man, what the fuck?
Pop, baby.
Nah, man, this is weak ass technology. Claude Anderson. You remember him? Yeah, the Black Wealth Management. Yeah, that's who we talk.
You want to talk about group economics, right?
That's who Kanye been running with lately. We've been talking about the power, what they call it, powernomics.
Powernomics.
You know what I mean?
And this is what I'm saying, y'all. We gotta watch these dudes. Some of these dudes, man, they agent provocateurs, man. Especially these so-called educated dudes. We gotta watch these dudes. Watch what I'm saying. We gotta box clear our work, man.
You gotta watch Roland Martin, all of them.
We gotta watch all these dudes, these guys, these chicks who are members of the Divine Nine. We gotta watch them. They're agent provocateurs, guaranteed, most of them. Right?
Yeah, Claude Anderson.
Any fraternal organizations, any organization that operates in secret, we should be questioning them and holding them to the highest of account and blazing and roasting they ass. You hear me? All of them. And there's a lot of them. Right?
A lot.
There's a lot of them.
Trust
me, keep
bro.
that in mind, though, going forward with this whole FBA thing, y'all, man, before we get back into what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
we got to make sure
that the Divine Nine, majority of the Divine Nine
man.
runs the government machine here in Chicago, bro, on the black side. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of scary when you want to go ahead and get help in the city, but majority of your city officials are in a fraternal order, bro.
Right. Right. That's just about any city, especially just about most cities. Right here in Columbus as well. It's no different from anywhere else. It's the same. Y'all better, that's the moving forward with this FBA thing and this movement thing that's going on. Y'all better keep that in mind. That's what I would tell
I'm
guys.
Swarthy. I'm not FBA. I'm not African American. I'm not black. I'm Swarthy. I ain't getting down with that bullshit. It's cool though.
I'm swarthy. It's not swarthy.
Yeah, I'm Swarthy, bro. I got sent off back in the 90s when I looked at Malcolm X movie with Denzel. I was the most pro-black dude all the way up until about 2019. So from 93 to 2019, I was probably one of the most pro-black motherfuckers that you could ever think of until 2020 when these niggas destroyed their damn neighborhoods again for this nigga George Floyd.
Yeah, man. I got footage of that stuff on my page, y'all, when I went downtown when they was riding in my city behind that bullshit. We're gonna get into that. Speaking of stuff, let's get to this though, right, man? We're gonna get right to it, man.
Let's go.
Nori. Man, I'm about to play some stuff from Nori, man. This guy, Nori, man. Nori used to be one of my favorite rappers, man. Goddamn it, CNN. You hear me?
Man, Capone and Noriega, man.
All time, you feel me? But this dude, Nori, hit a spot in his career where, let's just be honest, y'all, Nori fell the fuck off.
Nigga, when the last time y'all actually bumped a Nori song?
Yeah, he definitely ain't.
Nori fell. Listen, at one point in time, y'all, Nori was super popping, right?
That was my nigga too.
He completely
him and Pharrell.
Fell.
Hey, remember State Property 2? When he was in State Property 2, though?
Oh yeah.
He fell completely off, right?
Yeah.
He did an interview with Vlad, right? He did an interview with Vlad. You hear me? Where he was talking about the truth of the satanic music industry. We're going to get into this real quick.
Ooh. All right, let's get it.
I think it's this, period.
Fair use.
Outside of it, you feel it's this. Outside of it, look, there is an Illuminati, but now these are supposed to be old, rich, white guys, that, they was the investors of the pyramids, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was the dudes who paid Albuquerque and these guys, you know what I'm saying, to build the jump walls. But does it exist in hip-hop? Would they even let people like us in there? Or is there a hip-hop Illuminati? We don't know. And I'm just as curious as you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm down with the Illuminati, and then sometimes I'm like, them niggas ain't fucking with me.
Stop. I want y'all to pay attention to something when I'm about to speak to y'all about real quick, man. Feigning ignorance. You hear me? If y'all pay attention to Drink Champs, who pays attention to it? Put a 1 in the chat if you watch Drink Champs. I know I had at one point when it first came out, I was in full support of my brother Nori.
I never watched
Drink Champs. I literally used to watch it. If you watch
I still watch it.
If you watch or have been watching Drink Champ since its inception, one thing that Nori constantly says is he talks about how he's dyslexic, how he didn't graduate from high school.
Really?
How he's not intelligent.
He didn't even go to high school.
Right.
I think he always said he dropped out in like 70.
A lot of guys who didn't go to graduate from high school, and they are some of the most brightest people you could ever meet in your life. I'm just saying, hold on. I'm saying what I'm saying for a reason, though. Nori feigns ignorance, right? Nori is not as dumb as he would like us to believe he is.
Oh, no, he definitely not.
Now, pay attention to what he just said in this Vlad interview. I'm going to bring it back. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, them niggas ain't fucking with me. I'm with the Illuminati and stuff. I'm like, them niggas ain't fucking. Sometimes I'm just as curious as you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm down with the Illuminati and stuff. I'm like, them niggas ain't fucking with me.
Now, mind you, as Nori is saying this, he has some dark shades on, too. What's up with these dudes wearing shades?
Oh, I know.
We all know. It's obvious. It ain't no secret.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, but it's a level of success where it's a door. It's a door When you platinum and you getting 50,000 a show, I've been there. There's a door that you can walk.
He said he's been there.
Walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo or if it's Illuminati. Walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo, platinum, and you getting 50,000 a show. I've been there. There's a door that you can walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo or if it's Illuminati. I just didn't take that though. I went straight. What do you mean? Listen. When you get to a level of success, when you get 30, 40, 50,000 a show, you platinum, you running across the world. There's 3 different doors, right? There's 3 different ways to walk. There's to the left, there's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue this success, young man. Let's see if it's all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. Okay. You went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on.
He's saying he's not sure, but he's speaking on it as if he knows, because he's specifically saying if you go to the left and if you go to the right. This is what I'm talking about when I say feigning ignorance, y'all. Nori is not no dumbass, goofy, high school dyslexic dropout nigga like how we think he is, man. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
Basically, he's trying to say the right hand and left hand path.
I was offered these doors. It's just you were offered. But I was offered these shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight. But I was offered these doors. It's just you were offered. Some gay shit. I don't. No. I'm saying that to the right when I seen it, those was those guys over there. You know what I'm saying? Those different people, which I have no problem with. You know, that's y'all. You feel me? And I just chose to go straight. And I haven't been platinum since.
I heard that. He ain't been platinum since.
That's very telling right there, right? What my man Uncle Diggity say? He's surrounded by these cats. He's not lying. Yeah, he ain't lying. Not only is he surrounded by cats that know the door, he don't clearly walk through them. So he some of that.
Well, now, you know, I think now he got Drink Champs, which is the #1 podcast. So, you know.
Right. So now we're about to get to
he just won the award. He just won the award a couple weeks ago for the best, what was it? He just won some award last week. Huge for the podcast, like best podcast or some shit like that. So Nori, he been doing big things. So this interview kind of tells a lot that he don't have as much control over what he thought he had control over.
Right. And this,
you know, he thought he had more pull than what he had, and they definitely made his ass tell everybody he don't got the pull he thought he had, and they made him do it on the biggest radio platform. 2 of them.
Yeah. On Breakfast Club
and Hot 97. Made him go on both. Begging and pleading.
We're gonna watch the Hot 97 joint.
He said, please don't kill me.
I want to see what he said. I want to see what he said on which one? The Breakfast Club.
Go to Breakfast Club.
Hot 97.
The Breakfast Club, because this make me not like. I already don't rock with Angela Yee like that, but this make me
she gone.
not like Charlamagne. That made me not like Charlamagne even more though.
Yeah, Charlamagne the best. Let's go, man. We about to get into it, y'all. Fair use.
Morning, everybody.
Bitch ass niggas apologizing and shit, man.
Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our family member on the line, friend to the room. N-O-R-E, Nori. Good morning.
Good morning, man. You know, I'm up every morning listening to y'all, just so y'all know. Keep my skills sharp.
We appreciate you for checking
in. Nori said he wanted to call in. What's the word, Nori? Talk to us.
I just want to be honest. I support freedom of speech. I support anybody, not being censored.
See, he come in on some bullshit.
I was just about to say that, bro.
You see how Charlemagne? You see how Charlemagne addressed him too, like a chump.
Yep.
You see
He
how
came in
Charlemagne
on straight bullshit, man.
and Charlemagne was on that
Came
bullshit.
in on bullshit. He
They
came
both
in on
was.
straight fuckery, man.
Hey, this sound like it was scripted. I'm not gonna say it was
Diggity, man. You already know
but
Uncle
it sound
Diggity, man. Uncle Diggity, you already know, man. He fucking
man.
with
Why I
Puff
gotta keep on talking about Puff, man? Damn it.
Because Puff is involved. He's a gatekeeper, man. Puff got all these niggas signing with Revolt and through Hulu and Viacom and all that shit. With his boy ass, he done sit up there, make that man Fabulous look like a straight bitch on Drink Champs. Kiss too.
I might have
over there quiet as a church mouse, praying that Diddy ain't say something to him, man. Pretty he didn't ask him what he wanted. Hey, Kiss was sitting over there in the cut. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Kiss was sitting in the cut as if he was saying it to himself over his head. Please don't say nothing about me partying with you or nothing like that.
Nah, Uncle Diggity on stand. See, I'm supposed to be having a remote interview with Revolt, and me and Diddy got the same birthday.
Yeah, you might want to fall back on the platform then, because if they see this, he probably won't fuck with you, because we ain't holding no bars against Puffy's bitch ass over here on A-Real Talk, man.
I don't care. Forget it. I was going to tell him, like, man,
he gonna sit up there. He sit up there and tell that nigga Fabulous in front of grown men on this huge platform talking about some man when you ain't want to party with me though. I mean, party with me, man. You see how weird the room got though. I mean, what are you talking about? See, all them niggas in the room was some suckers. All these niggas supposed to be street niggas. Nori, Kiss, Fabulous, all them other niggas in the background, and you bitch ass niggas let that hoe ass nigga Puffy come on there and hoe you niggas out like that, man. I'd be like, nigga, what the fuck is your fucking? What is you talking about, bruh? You on some homo shit, bruh? Pause, bruh. What is you on, Puff, bruh? Sean. That's how I know you niggas ain't real niggas in the music industry for real, man. Because a nigga like Puffy would have got checked, nigga saying being on some homo shit around me and mine. I don't give a fuck who he is.
And just to save myself, me, Diddy, and Matthew McConaughey got the same birthday, so it's just me and Matthew now. Diddy, we cool.
Crazy. You feel me, Uncle Diggity, man? Nah, man, it's some real shit, man. This ain't even no tough talk or none of that shit. It's real man shit, man. Ain't no nigga about to be. Man, just imagine, L, man. Just imagine, L. We chilling. We got our podcast going, and a nigga like Puff come up in there on some shit like that, man.
Bro. Hey. Why y'all ain't
He said to that nigga Fabulous. Oh, he told that nigga Fabulous. He said, man, you ain't party with me. He said, man, I did party with you. You niggas is hoes in the music industry, man. I'm convinced, man. You niggas is bitches, man. Real, man.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Let a hoe ass nigga like Puffy slap you off, man. Nigga slap fire out that hoe ass nigga, man.
Take that.
Nigga, what the fuck, man?
Hey, I think they got a new meaning to it. Now I can't even say that no more. I can't say take that no more.
Let's get back to this shit, right?
But I do not support anybody being hurt. I did not realize that the George Floyd statements on my show was so hurtful. And you got to realize it was the first 5 minutes of the show. Like when he walked in, he told my producer, he said that if he'll stop filming, that he'll walk out. So I didn't want a Birdman moment. I didn't want a Birdman moment with y'all, like, where Birdman walked out. So I wanted the man to speak, but later on, like I actually checked him about the George Floyd's comments. I actually checked him about the White Lives Matter, but it was so later in the episode, and it was so like, I was already inebriated at that time that maybe people looked over it. But I apologize to the George Floyd family. I apologize to anybody by Kanye West comments. Although I do support free speech, I am black, and
man, no, you're not. Because for one, you're half Puerto Rican, my nigga, which means you're half Spaniard. So you're not all the way black. Let's just get that clear, right? And then you can't sit up here and say you support free speech, but yet you're sitting up here apologizing for something that another man said on your so-called platform. That is cognitive dissonance right there, y'all, man.
Well, you know, he
You hear me?
represent revolt. That's
No,
this was a PR damage
Oh, they
control
told
type
you.
of thing.
Oh yeah, they told him what to do. Look, they know what to tell him, man. Kanye was talking about them people. You can't talk about them
This
people.
nigga.
You can talk about niggas
What
all day.
people can we not talk about? Who are these people?
The small hat.
It's not. I'll tell you, we can talk
You
about
call them the small hats. You know those things are called teflons, right?
Y'all boss cleverly. Y'all boss cleverly.
Yeah, they're called teflons.
Teflons.
Teflon, Nephilim. I always find myself doing some teaching, no matter what. I just think we're gonna have a podcast. I always end up teaching indirectly, man.
You're an edutainer, Virgil. You're an edutainer.
You know what I'm talking about? Teflon is the name of the little box hat you see in these Hasidic and Sephardic, Orthodox and unorthodox, so-called Jewish people wearing, right? Little funny looking box, little things on top of their heads, man. Called teflons, right? Nephilim. I'm gonna just leave y'all with that. But yeah, though, man. Hey, man, L is right though, right? It's a small group of people who we are not allowed to talk about. There's a lot of them, right? But this one right here, we are not allowed to discuss them, and I wonder why. And over here on A Real Talk, let me come up for this because I don't give a damn, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that over here at A Real Talk, right? Right. We're speaking of the Jews, right? We're not talking about the people who are of the Hebraic faith, right? And people who are from a certain region of the world who practice and study the Hebraic faith. We're not talking about them. They're beautiful people. They give you the shirt off their backs. You know what I mean? I know some. You hear me? I was in prison with some. You hear me? Yeah, they catch cases too. You hear me?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Give you the shirt off their back, loving people. And they don't like the bad rap that they get from this small minority who overwhelmingly represents them over the world. They're not with none of this Zionist crap. You hear me? But we're talking about not really Jewish people, not even Hebrew people. We're talking about Khazarian demons, and I'm not afraid to call them who they is because that's what they are. You hear me? Those who claim and say they are Jews, but are really of the synagogue of Satan. That's who I'm talking about. So let's get this straight. Now let's get to it. I want to break this down for y'all real quick, man. You hear me? I'm gonna break this down for y'all. I told y'all it's an organization called the Holocaust Remembrance Association, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that? Can y'all see it?
Yep.
Right.
I can see it.
In the left hand. Y'all see it in the left-hand corner, the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. Right.
Mm-hmm.
A couple few years back in 2016, I want to say they redefined the term anti-Semitism. The International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance is the think tank organization funded by George Soros, right? That basically sets the tone for keeping the remembrance of what happened in the Holocaust alive, right? And keeping it prevalent and relevant throughout history since it has happened. And in old times, the term anti-Semitism meant only and solely discrimination of and towards Jewish people simply because they are Jewish. You hear me? Which is a misnomer. You feel me? But the IHRA has circumvented through their authority through certain organizations, and they done changed the definition of anti-Semitism. This is why I tell y'all we about to get to it, right? And this is why I'm going to tell y'all to not ever be afraid about calling these people out because, right, 9 times out of 10, when you say what you're saying facts. And it's not discriminatory to say what's truth. And that then switched up here and switch anti-Semitism, right? Anti-Semitism is defined by these people, right? Contemporary examples of anti-Semitism in public life, the media, schools, the workplace, and in the religious sphere could, taking into account the overall context. I'm going to read this again, man. Contemporary examples of anti-Semitism in public life, the media, schools, the workplace, and in the religious sphere could, taking into account the overall context, include, but are not limited to, calling for, aiding, or justifying the killing or harming of Jews in the name of a radical ideology of an extremist view of religion. I agree with that. I think that would be very anti-Semitic in reference to Jewish people or, specifically, right? Now, this is where it starts to get tricky.
All right.
Because this is a lot, because the first one is basically a reworded version of the original definition, which basically means discrimination of Jewish people for being Jewish people, right? I'm going to read it again. Calling for, aiding, or justifying the killing or harming of Jews in the name of a radical ideology or an extremist view of religion. That would be killing Jewish people simply for the fact that they're Jewish, right? Now, here's where it gets tricky. Making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective, such as especially but not exclusively the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy, or of Jews controlling the media, which they do, economy, which they do, governments, which they do, or societal institutions, which they do. Right? Here's another one. Accusing Jews as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Jewish person or group, or even for acts committed by non-Jews. Now, imagine that. Imagine you being called anti-Semitic, right? Just for saying somebody committed an act and they're not even Jewish.
Wait, what?
Let me read it again.
Say that again.
Accusing Jews as a people. I'm about to read it. Accusing Jews as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Jewish person or group, or even for acts committed by non-Jews. So according to this definition of the many definitions by the IHRA of anti-Semitism, or what it means to be anti-Semitic, you could be considered as such if you say something discriminatory about somebody who's not even Jewish.
Wow.
Let's keep going real quick. Denying the fact, scope, mechanisms, e.g. gas chambers, or intentionality of the genocide of the Jewish people at the hands of National Socialist Germany and its supporters and accomplices during World War II. Because you got this thing going around where people say that the Holocaust didn't happen. And it's not that it didn't happen, it just didn't happen in the way with which we were told, much like a lot of other things. So if you speak on that, if you tell the actual story, what really happened in the concentration camps, you could be considered anti-Semitic. Accusing the Jews as a people or Israel as a state. Now, there's not the same thing, y'all. Peep this one. This one is very, very, very dangerous right here. Accusing the Jews as a people or Israel as a state of inventing or exaggerating the Holocaust.
Wow.
You're anti-Semitic if you say something like that.
Now, and not to cut you off, Virgil. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and every time I hear anti-Semitic, I just want to laugh inside, because the term anti-Semitic, you like to use etymology. Semitic is basically derived from Shem, basically being part of Shem. And when you define Shem in the Bible, he was one of Noah's 3 sons, in which they said that Ham was the progenitor of all the dark races except the Negro. Exactly. Right in the Bible. And who's the progenitor of the Negro race? Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Shem. So when they say anti-Semitic, I'll be like, so you mean anti-black?
Now, see, let me go a little bit more in depth with that, though, right? We're going to go a little bit more in depth because that's exactly where I was about to go. So it's a perfect segue, right? When we're talking about anti-Semitic, y'all, anti-Semitic, there's no such thing. Semitic isn't a race or a DNA. It's not people. It's not a race. You know what I'm saying? It's not a black or white or another thing like that. Semitic is in reference to language groups in the Middle Eastern, Southeastern Asia region and Northern African region, right? Basically, the Khazarian Empire, right? At one point in time anyway. And Semitic refers to language groups in this region, right? Or y'all follow me? I just broke this down the other day, right? When we're talking about Semitic, what it means to be Semitic, right? A lot of people use this term and don't even know what it means. Relating to or denoting a family of languages that includes Hebrew, Arabic, and Aramaic, and certain ancient languages such as Phoenician, Akkadian. Some more of them will be Farsi, Tamil, Sanskrit. These are the Semitic languages, right? So when we talk about being anti-Semitic, it is a misnomer as referring to Jewish people and discrimination thereof, because it is referring not to actual people, but referring to a language group that a language that a certain group of people speak. Y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all? So naturally, we would ask ourselves, what is the largest, right, Semitic language group, right? Naturally, right? What y'all think the largest Semitic language group is? That's a question. What do y'all think the largest Semitic language group is?
Orthodox.
The
Orthodox Jews or something like that. Which one?
No, that's not a language, dude.
Oh,
you don't know. Just say you don't know, Mr. O.
Oh, you got ring my bad. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Now let me tell y'all what yeah, exactly, Lance Parker. It's Arabic.
Wow.
Arabic is by far the most widely spoken of the Semitic languages, with around 300 million native speakers spread across the vast majority of North Africa and throughout the Arabian Peninsula, which consists of Eastern Asia, Southeast Asia, and some of Central and Southeastern Europe. The exact area of where these Khazarian demons were in power for a period of about 200-something years. Right. So if we're going to talk about anti-Semitic, y'all, right, we're going to talk about what it means to be anti-Semitic. Surely we're talking about discrimination of Arabic-speaking people, because they are the overwhelmingly mass majority of the Semitic language groups. So whenever you hear somebody say anti-Semitic and they're talking about disrespect, discrimination, right, bashing, whatever they want to call it, about so-called Jewish people who aren't really even Jewish or Jews or Judaic, right? It's a misnomer. And you can tell them, sorry, but no, you got to go try something else, and we don't care what the goddamn IHRA has to say about it, right? I know I don't. Now, let's get to this right here. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, y'all, this is why we have these discussions, man. And this is why I would tell people like Nick Cannon, people like Whoopi Goldberg, Huh? And I would tell Kanye, because clearly somebody put him up on game, which is why he speaks about him in the way I do, I think, anyway. Right? This is what I would tell Nori. You don't have to apologize about Kanye speaking about those who claim to be Jews but are really of the synagogue of Satan. And what I just broke down to y'all explains why. So now y'all can kind of see why we have an attack on Arab people, for real, for real. Why has war been going on perpetually in this region for the past 2,000-3,000 years? Huh?
Especially the Bible too, bro.
Anti-Semitic? Who really is anti-Semitic? Who really is going through the Holocaust? What y'all know about the Balfour Declaration? That's another topic for another day too. So I don't want to hear nothing about no anti-Semitic bullshit as in reference to some fake Jews who are really Khazarian demons. I don't give a damn what they got to say about it, right? Because I will shut them down with this shit right here and simply just tell them the truth. Anti-Semitic. I'm not anti-Arab, because if I was going to say, and y'all see how Hebrew is a small part of the Semitic language groups, but they'll take that little membership and being part of the Semitic groups and blow it out of proportion. That is an insult to our intelligence, because if anybody would just sit back and realize that the largest Semitic language group is Arabs, not Jews or people who speak Hebrew or not really Jews, right? Then it starts to kind of lose its effect in reference to discrimination towards people who allegedly suffered through the Holocaust in these so-called concentration camps. So what was the Holocaust really about? Were they really Jewish? What does it mean to be Jewish? Every Hebrew is a Jew, but not every Jew is a Hebrew. Right? So anytime anybody hits y'all with that anti-Semitic shit, tell them y'all boy stats with the facts or put y'all up on game, man. And shut them down with this right here. Go to the IHRA's website and read this so you can get yourself familiar with it. Right? Go study, go read the book, The 13th Tribe. Right? Go read the book, The Invention of the Jewish People by Shlomo Sand, who is a Tel Aviv University professor emeritus. He's from Israel. Right? He's a Jew. This is coming from him. Right. So, you know, Nori with your salt, man. I'm so disappointed in Nori, man. For real. Let's get back to it.
With Tamika Mallory, I'm with Until Freedom. I'm with Mike Son. That's who I am. In fact, I called Mike Son and asked for a shirt because that's what I wanted to have on when Kanye said he was coming through here. We actually posted it and then saw that this was the wrong edit, took it down, and then it got reposted again with those same comments that was there. So it was a mistake on our behalf, on our team behalf, because we don't edit nothing. I think MB done Drink Champs, Charlamagne has done Drink Champs, and we literally don't edit nothing. But we will start from here on out because we understand that
this nigga sound like a sucker, man.
Yeah, I think it's not a freedom of speech thing, nor it's more like a misinformation.
It's not a misinformation, it's a
well,
lie.
It's
that was a lie. What he said about George Floyd was a lie. What Kanye West said about George Floyd dying of fentanyl and not the physical impact of the officer Derek Chauvin was just a bold-faced lie.
And by the way, guys, you know, I'm not, this is not Think Champs. This is Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? This is not political champs. This is Drink Champs. So we purposely don't bring up politics. We purposely don't bring up religion because of this. And I just, you know, I disagreed with Kanye. I felt like I should have said something a lot earlier.
Okay, I don't even want to hear no more of that shit. Nori is a bitch, man. No, my eyes, man. No respect for Nori no more.
You gonna play it. You gonna
play it. I don't want to hear no more of that shit. I ain't playing it.
You gotta let him hear because he get better.
Listen. I'm not. I don't want to. This nigga Nori is a fucking. Man, I don't want to hear no more of that shit.
Man. Yeah, man. You got let the people hear it. Let the
ain't
people
no point.
hear it.
If the people listen, if y'all want to hear it, Y'all can go check it out, man.
Oh
right?
man.
You
Come
hear
on,
me?
Virg, don't censor him.
I'm not
come on,
censoring.
bro. Play it, man.
Listen
Come on,
here, this
play
is
it,
my
bro.
show. I don't want to listen to that shit. I ain't censoring. Y'all can go listen to it. I could never censor you when you can go look it up for yourself. Right?
This is his show. AL,
I was
this is
getting
his
tired of
show.
hearing that bullshit, man. This whole ass nigga.
I
Man,
wanted you to
shut
hear
up.
the names because he about to start naming the names.
Man, ain't nothing to even listen to, man. Turn that weak ass shit off, man. This nigga sound like a straight bitch on the motherfucking radio, man. That shit just pissed me off, man.
No,
Right.
that's why I said that's why I wanted to listen to it because
we listen to it. We listen to it enough. We listen to enough of it. There's no need to listen to the whole. There's no need to listen to the whole interview, L. It's a wrap. We listen to enough. If y'all want to listen to it, y'all can go look it up on YouTube yourself. How about that? There you go. We don't do censorship over here. We just don't. We also don't do bullshit. Right? You ain't about to sit up and just listen to a nigga spit a whole bunch of bullshit. Right? Now that's the shit I be talking about right there, y'all. That whole ass shit Nori doing right there. Apologizing. You feel me? For what? Apologizing on behalf. He didn't even apologize for anything he did. He apologized on behalf of another man. Right? That's what make it even more hoe asses. Hoe ashes. You know what I'm talking about, man?
Ashes. Yeah, that's a new word, Virgil.
Yeah, man. So what's up with all these guys apologizing though, man? You hear me? All these dudes be apologizing when they say something specifically, especially about these so-called Jewish people who we all know run stuff. They're overwhelmingly, massively, majority represented in all areas of finance, industry, entertainment, sports, academia, banking. I mean, it's a fact. Yet and still, this group of people is less than 3% of the total global population. So who's really making stuff up? See, when you start talking about the facts concerning this small group of people, just like the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda or any other victimhood group, it's so easy to break them down. And you got to have the testicular fortitude to be able to say what needs to be said about them, regardless of whatever could be the repercussions or consequences behind it. Because if we don't, then we got the IHRA telling us that we can't even, basically, if you look at all those different definitions from the IHRA, we can't say nothing about so-called fake Jewish people. We're not allowed to say anything about them. And
They're protected class.
Tell me what I can't say. What'd you say, bro?
I said they are protected class, bro. They are buffer class.
Yeah. No, they ain't. Especially over here at Every Talk. Nobody's safe. You hear me? Anybody can get it. And when I get it, I mean, when I mean by get it, I mean get chopped up with the facts. You hear me? We don't hold no hands, no gloves, no special groups, none of that. Everybody is held to the highest level of accountability and scrutiny over here at A Real Talk. We don't care who y'all are, or should I say, I don't care who y'all are. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff. We're gonna sit up here and tell it. How y'all know it was 6,000 people? Why such a 6 million people? Why that number, 6 million? How do y'all know? Huh?
Hell, King Leopold killed more Africans in Africa than so-called Adolf did in Germany.
Just like you said earlier, black females in America are off more people than all of them combined. So what was the real Holocaust then? And who was it against? The real Jews, black people. Now that's some truth for your ass, huh? Ain't that ill how the black people in America are the real Jews, the real Jews, but yet the real Holocaust happened right here in America and it's continuing going on right now with the since its inception, 100+ million black people murdered before they could even come into the world.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, that's why I know we are the true Jews, the true Hebrew Israelites, because in that book it said that the Jews was a very formidable people. You know what I'm saying? We was the best looking, the best dancing, the best all that good stuff, and everyone around the world envied us because they couldn't be like us. Fast forward to now. What group of people, particularly from country, have
Oh, you borging out, oh. You borging out, oh. Yeah, man.
Where he at? He out?
Yeah, like I was saying though, the black people here in America, if you want to call them foundational Americans, African Americans, we are them people because we made all types of culture. People want to watch us on sports, music, and movies. And let's be real, you know what I'm saying, with other races around. Who they really want to be with? Let's be real.
Yeah, man. And I don't even get into all of that stuff, right? Right. But I'm just saying, you know, it come a time, y'all, and what's going on now. Like we got, like I say, man, Nick Cannon, prime example. Remember when Nick Cannon apologized when he went on what was he on? Was he on Drink Champs? Nah, Nick Cannon wasn't on Drink Champs when he said what
he was on his own shit. He was on his own show.
Nah, he was on his own joint.
Okay, but Nick Cannon apologized, right? Whoopi Goldberg. Remember when Whoopi Goldberg said what she said on The View? Y'all remember that not too long ago?
Yep, that was just last year.
Right? Whoopi Goldberg said something about these people. Huh? Remember when Snoop had to apologize for what he said about Gail Stale King? Huh? Remember Terry Crews had to apologize for being molested? You bitch ass nigga, man. Big buff ass, hoe ass nigga, man. I was locked up with a lot of Terry Crews ass niggas, man. You hear me? Just big for nothing. You know what I mean? Remind me of that dude that be on Facebook and stuff dancing, big buff ass nigga just dancing all frolicking and stuff with small ass shorts on pause.
Man, I got into it. Fat niggas, big muscular niggas like Bebo and Terry Crews, and they all can get knocked out the same exact way.
Shit don't make no goddamn sense, man. You hear me? And this is why I really don't talk too much about how I don't talk too much about how I feel, man. But this when it comes to this apologizing stuff, man, I think it's the most softest, lamest, like the most bitch assness shit you could do, man. Especially when you was telling the truth. Especially when you telling the truth, man.
Get crucified for it nowadays.
Nick Cannon told the truth. Whoopi Goldberg told the truth. Kanye told the truth. Now, whether y'all want to believe it or not, right? It's up to y'all. But let me ask y'all this concerning George Floyd, man. How was George Floyd 6'6", but his casket was for a 6'1" man? How many of y'all know that George Floyd worked at the club with Derek Chauvin? And the lady, what's her name, who owns the club, who's involved with the cartels and a lot of other things as well. How many of y'all know that club was used as a conduit for getting massive drugs into the city of Milwaukee? How many of y'all know that George Floyd was involved with this drug trade? How many of y'all know that Derek Chauvin was on George Floyd's payroll? Just like in Freddie Gray in Baltimore. and old girl down in Kentucky. What's her name? Tennessee. Breonna Taylor. See, they don't tell us what we really need to be knowing about.
Go back what you just say, Virg. You talking about?
You heard what I said, man. You heard what I said. You heard what you heard, right? How many gonna go do their due diligence to see what I say got any validity to it, though? Right? George Floyd was a Prince Hall Freemason, right? George Floyd worked at the club as a bouncer, where he also used to do drug transactions. And the lady who owned the club, I can't think of her name right now, she was involved too. And so was the whole Minneapolis Police Department. Much like how the Baltimore Police Department was involved with Freddie Gray. Right? How many are going to do their due diligence to go check out what I'm saying, though?
Or the Las Vegas Police Department with the Tupac and murder investigation. Have you seen his autopsy report? They said the man was over 215 pounds at his death. 215 pounds, Bird. How?
Who they said who was 215 pounds?
Tupac Amaru Shakur was 215 pounds on his autopsy report. You know what I'm saying? But he was on his driver's license. He only weighed like 170 some pounds. So how did he gain 47 pounds overnight?
Who knows dealing with these people, man? You hear me? Why didn't they first tell us about the other two people who were in the car with George Floyd when this thing first happened? We didn't find out about them until months later, but I found out about them because I seen the first video when it first came out. Right. Why was George Floyd involved with stuff that y'all don't know he was involved with? Around this time when this stuff happened with George Floyd, do y'all not know that there was a shipment of counterfeit bills from China that were being introduced into the money supply in Minneapolis through the drug trade? The owner of the club, I can't remember her name, she was involved with this. Why was George Floyd being arrested? How many of y'all know why George Floyd was even being accosted by the police in the first place? And that's a question. Why did the police even stop George Floyd? Do y'all know? Uncle Diggity said he seen Pac in person. He was over. He said no way he was over 200 pounds. I'm asking the question: why did the police stop George Floyd? How many of y'all know why? Put a 1 in the chat if you know why. How many of y'all have seen the coroner's report from George Floyd to see what the cause of death was? Exactly, Uncle Diggity. Counterfeit money. The same money that was reported to be a large shipment of counterfeit money from China. Strangely enough, George Floyd gets some of this money. George Floyd is connected with the drug trade through the police department and the people who own the club where he worked at with Derek Chauvin, who's also involved. George Floyd's a Prince Hall Freemason. I want y'all to understand the significance of that right there alone. Right? George Floyd was very cool with Stephen Jackson. Stephen Jackson's mother and George Floyd's mother y'all ain't ready for that stuff, man.
What were they from Eastern Star? What did you say they from Eastern Star sisters?
This stuff goes deep, man. This stuff goes deep. My question to y'all is, who's going to go do their due diligence to check out to see if anything what I'm saying has any validity to it?
Right. Well, I told you, Virgil, I'm a former, let me go ahead and keep that word, former four-letter Mason, you know what I'm saying? I was initiated over like 20 years ago, bro, but I ain't been back. But it's basically more.
They was trying to get my brother L too, man.
No, I'm a Mason.
Oh, see, you niggas is Masons, and y'all clearly have no clue of what y'all are joining.
No,
Masonry.
I joined.
Let me just say this before you even say anything. Masonry is demon time, flat out. No argument, no debate. It's demon time.
I mean, to each own belief.
No, it's not even a belief. This is a fact. This ain't even belief. This is facts. Right? This ain't even belief. This is facts. If you are part of a Masonic lodge, any Freemasonic fraternal organization that has to do, is derived from the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry or the York Rite of Freemasonry, which Prince Hall Freemasonry is, and Freemasonic lodges are, the Blue Level lodges, yes. It's all demon time.
Blue Level lodges and
Eastern Stars, Shriners, Elks,
Eastern Star too.
Demon time.
I'm gonna say it like this: all I can go off of is what I see and what I know personally and firsthand off the knowledge. That's the only way. That's the only way I move. And I, being around, didn't see any of that. I can understand how the what we read was definitely the same Bible as everybody else. It just is broke down differently. I will say that. To me, it was more of a Bible study lesson. If anything,
that's true. Really, that's true. I gotta agree with El. That was true. Actually, that's how I found out.
Break down the Bible and getting a deeper understanding of different chapters and verses, and really breaking it down to a level of trying to build off of it. That's all we talk about.
That's why. That's how I learned. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Scripture. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've heard all that. And when I tell people, that's why I really don't even say too much. I let my light shine when I walk. I'm not really involved in the lodge at this moment. But, once you get in, once you learn your light and you get into it, like I said, for me, it was more about building up my community. And that's what we did in my lodge. And that's all I seen and all I heard. And maybe I didn't get high enough up as some.
Oh, you definitely didn't.
I don't know.
I'm only
I would only speak on what I know firsthand and what I seen, know, heard, and was around and experienced. And I actually, to be honest, like the lodge kind of was like split up. There was some shit going on as far as just bickering amongst old men, where money was going, what events was doing, and I just wasn't trying to have that energy at that time in my life. I was going through something myself, so I kind of stepped away, just kind of because I was finding myself in that moment, and I had to take care of my family. So that's really the only reason why I kind of, did my thing. But I still talk to, some of my brothers here and there, and it's all love, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, I just can't speak on that. I mean, I've seen all the shit online. Like, they even have you, they ask you questions and shit like that before you even get into it, just to see where your head at. And at the end of the day, me, I don't go in with preconceived notions. I was like, I want to hear what they talking about. And I did my own research. And what I read, like I said, I got the books and everything. What I read is no different than the Bible that everybody else has read from. It just, to me, like I said, was more of a Bible study and helping me understand more what it is to, one of the things I always take from it is how to subdue my passions in life and make myself a better man and try to strive to be a better man every day of my life. To me, that's what I learned. That's what I gained. That was my experience, if you ever ask me.
And that's how I found out I was a Hebrew through that what's the name? Like my lodge, like El said, we was community based. Like we did a lot of back to school programs. Hey, no. Actually, we stepped to actual gang members in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was kind of a mix of things because people recognize me from the streets. They're like, "Hold on, you a Mason now?" I'm like, look, bro, I understand. Look, you probably know me from another day, but you know what I'm saying? It's a new day. You're just trying to get brothers back together. But I know about some other lodges that do some other things, mainly the white ones and the Prince Hall ones, but the 4-letter ones, the ones I've been to, you know, other ones I have mingled with, they don't get down with none of that demon time. At the same time, though, I don't take them words serious because I'm only in the blue house, so I ain't go no further than third degree, so I can't tell no more. But the things I learned, it actually made somewhat of a better man now. That when I look back at it, because I was a heathen, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a street
Kelly
nigga.
was good, boy.
I was dumb street nigga, man, to the core. But when I came into that order, it actually taught me order and discipline. I can't lie to you, bro. But being reawakened, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know I have seen some things, and that's why I never went back. But to the ones that's in it, I ain't gonna lie, bro. To the ones that's doing it, you know what I'm saying, that's not trying to be on that demon time, them dudes are solid. I still talk to them even 10 years later, but they know that, oh yeah, he ain't on it no more. But you know what I'm saying? They be supporting me though with my stuff I got going now, but they know I can't hang with them like that. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Levels, it's levels in this stuff, man. You hear me? It's levels, man. You know what I'm talking about? And when it comes to that, y'all, just know this, y'all. When I speak on everything I speak on, I'm speaking facts. Right? It ain't up to me to prove anything. It's up to y'all to go figure out what I'm saying is facts. Now, what I'm telling y'all about Freemasons, Scottish Rite, British Scottish Rite, or Scottish Rite or British York Rite, right? Prince Hall Freemasons, Eastern Stars. Do y'all know who founded the Prince Hall Freemasons? Do y'all know who Prince Hall was? Who his father was?
No, I know who his father was.
With? What about who started the Freemasons, the Eastern Stars, the Elks?
Albert Pike.
Right.
Yeah, I know about Albert Pike. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't go no further than that third degree, but I know about the 33rd.
You got the blue level lodges, man. You got the entered apprentice fellowship craft and what they know called a master mason. These are the blue level lodges.
That's the house I'm in.
You said what?
That's the house I'm in. I'm in the blue house. And you got the red house.
This is like the level of masonry introductory. After that, you have to go through certain rites and rituals. And let me just tell y'all this, and I'm going to come up for this. This is let you know that the organization has nefarious purposes and nefarious agenda, right? Any organization that operates in secret, right, that supposedly supposed to be for the people or helping their community, you should be very wary and skeptical of that organization. Let me just ask y'all this question. Did Yeshua operate in secrecy?
No.
Huh?
No.
And when you're going through the blue level lodges and going through Mason, whether you go through the York Rite or the Scottish Rite, at some point you transfer from the teachings of the Bible about guys like Harem of Beef and King Solomon and Solomon's Temple and all of that crazy stuff, right? You learn about all this crazy Egyptian stuff, Alkebulan stuff, Akkadian stuff. Oh, I know, guys. I know what I'm talking about. You hear me? See, I know, and this ain't nothing on y'all, but y'all have not even gotten out of the blue level lodge. Y'all haven't even got out of that. So y'all not aware that at some point you have to transfer from the Bible to the Quran and then to the Torah. It's demon time.
Well, I'm already Torah based.
Look into the guys who started these organizations, who funded them, who created them.
I'm Torah based, Virgil. You know, I support all the testaments, old and new, but I'm mainly a Torah based Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I go by the whole 5 books of the Mosaic.
Right. Demon time. Scottish Rite, York Rite, Prince Hall Freemasons, Eastern Stars, Elks, Shriners, Yeah. All of them. Albert Pike didn't start. Right. Albert Pike was an asset and an employee of the Khazarian demons y'all hear me talk about, who really started all this stuff. Right? So I suggest a lot of y'all do y'all's research, man, before y'all start aligning yourselves with organizations and groups. And y'all don't even understand what they are. Don't even know the history of them. Don't even know who founded and funded them, what their original purposes was for.
Hey, I'm a third generation Mason, bro. Yo, my grandfather
That's
was
what's
one.
crazy about it. That's the crazy part about it. This stuff is generational, and nobody really knows what's going on for real.
Yeah, so I was
3 generations. Listen, we got 3 generations of blue lodge level Freemasons. Right? There's 33. The black people, y'all never going to make it to the 30, above the 32nd degree. That's why they created Prince Hall Freemason.
No, bro. I got some 33rd. I got some 33rd and 3rds in my family, bro. My uncle, he's a 33rd and 3rd. He went over there to Israel too.
What, in Prince Hall? In Prince Hall Freemasonry?
No, he ain't Prince Hall. No, we 4 letters over here, bro.
What?
We ancient, free, and accepted Masons over here, bro.
Also in Freemasons, yeah.
So we got 3 letter, which is free and accepted Masons. 4 letter, which I am. Ancient, and you have the tall Masons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then you got the Scottish right then and York.
Right. All demon time. Hate to burst your bubbles, but demon time. And I'm going to bust y'all bubble because I love y'all. Right? Masonry ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. Absolutely nothing. It is of the synagogue of Satan. And I'm telling y'all this from something I read in a book. I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you what I've been told. How about that? That's another topic for another day. And when all this stuff was revealed to me, I always wonder why I shied away from certain things. Right? And I used to have this discussion with guys in the joint who claimed that they were Masons in prison. Right? So we having this discussion right here to say, right, when it comes to these guys, right?
Hey, bro, when it comes down to this gang culture, majority of all your gangs was started by, guess who? Freemasons.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all the gangs. I'm telling y'all Tukey and Raymond Washington were assets of the CIA. Y'all don't even understand the paradigm of Crips and Bloods, poltergeist. Remember the movie Poltergeist?
Yep. Damn. So wait. You said Stanley Tukey Williams and Raymond Lee Washington. See, man, look. So I'm about to go ahead and start looking at Larry Hoover and King David now. And,
Oh yeah. You can best believe. You can best believe, right?
Bro, that's look, bro. Bro, I live right down the street when the nation got started at, bro. So my neighborhood, bro, is the motherland for all gangbanging, bro. So if that's the case, then Inglewood ain't number one big old psyop then.
I suggest y'all go do y'all's thorough research. Listen here, relax, be of a sober mind, call out to the Most High, and maybe He will bestow you with the sight to see. I'm gonna just tell you that. If you believe in such things. If you don't, hey, go ahead and keep climbing up the ladders and rungs of so-called Freemasonry and Freemasonic orders and all that stuff. Keep doing that and see where it gets you. See the rituals and sacrifices you're going to have to go through. The higher you get up, the more intense and iller the sacrifices and rituals get. Right? Listen to what I just said, John. Right? And when we're talking about what we're talking about tonight, right, with apologizing to these people and our freedom of speech under attack, our words being used against us, and these people who they putting in positions who are active criminals, and this having wider implications for just active criminals. Because even in the lie, there got to be some truth, man. We talk about Gunna and Young Thug. These goofy ass boys are winning their music talking about stuff going on in the streets that they are either personally involved with or connected to, right? But understand how the legislation and the fallout behind that is going to affect all of us, because now our freedom of speech is going to be curtailed, because now they're going to be looking at stuff we saying on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on wherever platform it is. Remember, I keep telling y'all about HR 1955, man. And we all are being violently radicalized in so many different ways, from so many different angles, right? And we got to be able to piece this stuff together. And in this reality, everything just about is demon time. Literally. And until you get your mind to the level to where you start looking through these eyes and see that, you're not going to get it. And that's okay, right? That's why y'all got guys like me. You hear me? And especially when it comes to our freedom of speech, who can't be questioned? Who can't be scrutinized? Let me ask y'all something, L and Mr. O, everybody in the audience. Let me ask y'all something.
Jewish people can't be scrutinized, obviously. That's the whole. Jewish people can't be questioned or scrutinized by the telling what we seeing today.
Right.
Obviously.
Technically, but
not even technically. It's we seeing it play out in real time. Don't talk about those people.
Yeah, but see, and that's being done because people don't know who these people are. They've been told who these people are. They've been told to not talk about these people, but no ask why. And when you get told why, well, it's because in the Holocaust, 6 million Jews were murdered in the concentration camps by Hitler.
Oh man,
don't that sound like programming to y'all?
Let me tell you, when Ye said that shit about, he said, I'm doing this so when y'all's Jewish sons come to y'all and say, Daddy, why is Ye mad at you? when Ye said that, that's what got that interview taken down. When he said that shit, he said, I want y'all sons to come to y'all and say, why is Ye mad at y'all? Why is Dad? Why is he mad at you?
Powerful.
He said, I want y'all sons to come and ask y'all that.
Powerful.
That's what got his shit taken down. Those type of comments was the shit that got his shit taken down. I'm gonna tell you why. He was saying, hey man, Ye was deprogramming right in front of our eyes, man. I seen Dr. Boyce Watkins come up and he
hold on. Oh, yeah. My nigga L, man.
Boyce Watkins on this platform,
we got Moist Watkins that said something. Let's listen to it real quick. Fair use, boys. Fair use.
I'm going to follow this old Negro tradition that apparently has become very popular in the Black community. The tradition is that of apologizing. The Black man in America, because he has no power, because collectively you are seen as weak, because there are people that control your community more than you control
you already know I'm about to pause this. This is what I'm saying about these hoe ass niggas, man. That's the fuck I be talking about, man. Hey, man, Moist Watkins, man.
Say that, bro? Hold on. Did that nigga just say that shit, bro?
What type of hoe ass shit was that to say, man? So I be saying about these hoe ass so-called intellectuals, man. Fuck with the man. That's very disrespectful, man. I gotta play that back, man.
Yeah, play it back.
You hear this whole ass nigga L, man?
That shit crazy.
That's why I say this nigga's a bitch, man.
Hey, what's going on, guys? man, I have to come back in, and I'm gonna follow this old Negro tradition that apparently has become very popular in the Black community. The tradition is that of apologizing. The Black man in America, because he has no power, because collectively you are seen as weak.
Let me stop this nigga right here, man. This is the shit I be talking about right here, man.
Before you talk, don't talk about him yet. Listen to what he's saying. We're
gonna get to that, but I'm gonna go in on his ass real quick. Pause. He's the focus of my focus right now with his whole ass, right? He about to say, see, this is what I'm saying. Bitch ass niggas can say some real shit, right? Hoe ass niggas can say some real ass shit. A non-gangster ass nigga can say and then even potentially do some gangster shit. That don't mean they're a fucking gangster, right? This nigga Moist Twatkins, although he about to say some real shit, look in the manner in which he's saying it. He's saying you, nigga, as if you ain't black, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And that's the whole ass fucking condescending shit real ones be talking about with these whole ass niggas like Moist Twatkins. You hear me? Like you ain't black, like you ain't a nigga, right? Talking about some you, as if talking in third person, as if you're not one of us. And now I want y'all to pay attention to niggas like Moist Twatkins. I haven't cared enough to look into his background because he's a lame to me, but I guarantee you he's a part of the Divine Nine. I'm willing to put money on it. He seemed like he an old Kappa Alpha Psi type nigga. Corny ass dude. Right? But he about to say some real stuff, though, so we're going to listen to what he got to say.
Because there are people that control your community more than you control your community. They control your women more than you control your women. They control your children more than you control your children. They have you apologizing. They have you constantly begging for forgiveness. Asking Massa, please don't get mad at me today. I'm sorry. And so I'm going to start off with an apology. I got to apologize because earlier today, I came in and I gave credit to a show called Drink Champs. And the reason I gave credit to Drink Champs, which is hosted by a guy named Noriega, who I guess, I don't know if he's pretending to be a thug or a gangster or whatever they pretend to be. And for interviewing
this nigga's a bitch, man.
Now, to be clear,
the fuck. This nigga's a bitch, man. He try to act like he don't know who the fuck Nori is, man. Like he don't know what Drink Champs is, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's the whole ass shit I be talking about right there with these type bitch ass niggas, man. You hear this nigga, Mr. O, man?
Man, dead eyes, man. Look, ain't he from my city? Yo, ain't he from Chicago too?
Yeah, he from y'all turf, man.
Oh! And this is the nigga that brought out a synthetic G. So yeah, he on my shit list, bro.
Nah, you hear how this nigga? Hey, you hear how Uncle Diggity, man? You hear how this nigga talking about Nori and Drink Champs as if he really don't know who Nori is or never heard of him before?
Man, let's just rock for the last 30-some years, man. He know who exactly Noriega is, man.
I'm talking about he talking about niggas like he ain't no nigga though, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Well, Uncle Diggity said he a whole bitch. He done apologized a few times. And said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Haven't Moist Twatkins apologized before with your whole ass, nigga? He's a white man's mouthpiece. Listen to him with those ears. You'll be able to hear him. He said, listen to with the white man ears. Man, I'll be telling y'all about these bitch ass niggas, man. Hoe ass niggas can say some real shit. That don't take away the fact that they a bitch.
Oh God.
I never said that you should agree with Kanye. I never said that Kanye was right. I never said
that. As he's trying to blaze and roast, he also is apologizing in like a passive aggressive bitch ass nigga he is.
Any of that. And lo and behold, some of y'all hit me up and told me that after I gave them credit for airing Kanye's interview, that it was taken off the air. Now, what's crazy is even now, Marcia, is that how you pronounce her name? She's in the chat. She's saying that they put the interview back up. I hope that you're correct. I really hope that you're correct. And even if they did put the interview back up, which I didn't see it, I know that I was watching it, and a few of my friends had watched it, and they saw it literally be taken down while they were watching it. And also, even if it is put back up, that doesn't take away Nori's apology. Nori went on to the Breakfast Club, and he apologized for doing the interview. He apologized not just for Kanye's words about the George Floyd incident, which that's fine. Maybe Kanye was wrong on that. Again, I told you you don't have to agree with Kanye. You could say
no. Notice he said maybe Kanye was wrong. Let me tell y'all something about Boyce Walker. He a whole ass nigga, but he ain't no stupid nigga. And if y'all think for once, this is why I talk about feigning ignorance. If y'all think that these people aren't informed and well known what the fuck is going on, man, y'all tripping. You hear me?
He's wrong as 2 left feet. But he was also apologizing because Kanye has upset the community of people that actually control the black community more than the black community controls the black community. And so what I want you to really pay attention to is this.
Notice how Moist Twatkins whole ass, he's so scary himself, and he's trying to talk about apologizing to white people. Notice he didn't even want to mention the name.
Hey,
you whole ass
that,
niggas
bro.
even scared to say
Hey,
Jews.
I ain't gonna lie, Virg. I understand you mad at the nigga, but bro, right now this ain't the climate to be trying to risk your whole career. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't losing
This
my
ain't
money.
trying to do what?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like
you
this.
said what?
Bro. When I became a manager at my job, the first meeting I had with a bunch of my homies, because I was becoming a manager at my job, and I had my own homies that I came up into the business with, and I had to tell niggas, because niggas are the first to try to take advantage of you. And I had to have a meeting and tell all these niggas, hey, just like I wouldn't want you to risk your job for me, I'm not going to risk my job for you. Now, I'm going to guide you to greatness and make you the most money in this company possible, which I did for each and every one of them. And I'll stand by, hold your hand, walk you through. But I, personally, I feed my family off my job. You feed your family off your job. You shouldn't be wanting to risk your job for me, and I'm not going to risk it for you. And that's just the way that it fucking was. So I can't really disagree with that, because fuck that, bro. I'm not fucking on my money. Now, I'm going to speak on the situation, but I ain't going to mention nobody to risk my money. Fuck that. This nigga losing a lot of money.
I feel you though, because when we say
he got billions.
When you saying mention, you mean mention as in a sense of disrespect and being intensely disrespectful. Now, we're talking about saying what the facts are and just speaking the truth. Right?
Yeah, but he can't
so what I hear you saying, I hope this ain't what I hear you saying, but what I hear you saying, I'm not even gonna say what I hear you saying, right? Because I don't think that's what you're saying. I honestly don't think that. But
no, I'm just, he's not gonna go out there and put his neck on the line. Also, after he's seeing what they doing to a billionaire, right now is the time to be moving smart if you a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
because
I feel what you're saying. This is why I say box cleverly with your words, man.
And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Nah, he ain't boxing cleverly, because you can't, nigga. You can say Jewish people. It's not against the law.
But you can't, bro. Right?
That's the thing. That's the thing. You can say it. That's the thing. You can say it. You bitch ass niggas is just scared to fucking say it. Whoever the fuck y'all is out there.
I'm just saying.
Now I told y'all Jews. Listen here, man. Jews, as in reference to disrespect or discriminatory towards so-called Jewish people, is a misnomer, and they know this. They won't have this discussion with a guy like me, right?
They ain't gonna have it with nobody because they got too much money.
I don't care about none of that shit, man. I'm gonna say what it is at the cost of everything.
This platform. I'm just saying, we do that on this platform because we not controlled by nobody. But you gotta think, when you really get big money deals, as Kanye stated in the interview, when you get to certain levels, there's no deals to be made without millions of dollars without that signature on it. Without a Jewish signature on it. You're not making $1 million deals without a Jewish signature.
Exactly. that gives credence to what I said earlier when I said they're overwhelmingly, massively, majority overly represented in all industries. And like I said, they're less than 3% of the global population. How many of y'all knew that?
I did.
I didn't know that. I would have thought them motherfuckers was like 50%.
Nope.
It's much fucking land and everything, equity they got in the fucking world. They own damn near 70% of the fucking world. So you would think if they own 70% of the world, they gotta have at least 50% of the population.
Nope.
This is the reason why they got their organizations like the IHRA doing what they doing, because they don't want this information to get out.
Yeah, they own 70% of the world. Like at the least.
They don't want this information to get out.
That's at the least.
You hear me?
That was years ago. I could be wrong on that. They could own more now, but I know years ago when I looked it up, they was estimated out of the 5 families that run the world, they have 3 of those families. And I think one of the other ones are actually related to Jewish people too. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but I know 3 of the 5 families that run the world are of Jewish background. But I'm not, you know.
Let's be clear here, y'all. Let's be clear. Not Jewish background, Khazarian background. See, this is what I'm telling you. This is where the point where it's getting to, y'all. It's getting to the point where we have to. It's going to get to a point where we have to start saying what needs to be said, no matter what the consequences are. Right? It's getting to that point. It's getting to a point where we have to call things that be not as though they were. You hear me? It's getting to a point to where we can no longer allow this cognitive dissonance to go on. See, to the point to where people are saying, we can't. Why can't we? Let me ask y'all a question. Why can't we? Especially when everything about this small group is false and fraudulent and built on a pack of lies and provenly by history to be so. My question to y'all is, how long is people going to acquiesce to this very small group of people who aren't even who they claim to be? You can't be scared to say that, right? Kanye's no longer scared to say it, right? And it's getting to a point to where we're going to have to, I'm telling y'all, man, they're coming for freedom of speech, man. You hear me? It's going to get to a point to where you're going to have to decide if you're going to shut your soft-ass, punk-ass mouth up or you're going to stick your chest out and say what need to be said, man. That's where it's getting to.
Always, yeah, man. That's one of I used to think that was one of my biggest flaws, was just saying the shit that was on my mind without even thinking of anything to follow back from it. Bird, you know how I've been in hot water with the homies by just saying I shoot from the hip. Like, it's my truth sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's fucked up and I don't say things the wrong way. I mean the right way, and I get it, you know. And that's one thing that, you know, like I said earlier, I try to work on is trying to censor myself to, even if I say something, not to say it to where, I mean, it is fucked up. Like, I feel like I'm being conditioned even saying this, but I try to say it to not, and this is one thing you say is people choose to be offended. And even if it's the truth, right, and you offend somebody, I mean, the way I always look at it, like if I tell the truth and somebody get offended, fuck them. Like that was always my mindset. But then in this new climate of cancel culture or whatever it may be, and groupthink, and people are so, you know, it's a soft society now that we live in, man. We don't live in, you know, we came up in the 90s, so it's hard for us sometimes. We got to understand that, you know, the 90s was over 20-something years ago, but I also remember I came in this era where, shit, I mean, it just was different, y'all. I know a lot of y'all might not know what I'm talking about, but social media didn't exist. I mean, we still had dial-up phones. We didn't even have fucking cell phones. So we had to get out here, really communicate and get in the fucking trenches out here every day. What it was. It wasn't
Yeah.
sitting on these computers, on these iPads and phones all day. You had to get out there to interact with people in real life. And through those interactions, you had to fight. You had to get into altercations. You had to deal with certain situations out there in real life that a lot of people nowadays simply never had to do in life. So they don't understand it. And I think, you know, nowadays, like back then, it was like that was what rap was based off of. You know, we came up in the gangster rap era where, as we rewind back to the very first topic, it was cool to rap about what you was doing at the time. You know what I mean? That was like what made the best rappers is that, hey man, this dude does exactly what he's talking about. Like that shit hard. We love that shit. That was the gangster rap era. That was what we grew up in. So, you know, we didn't understand that, you know, we were being led the wrong way because we were young. We were impressionable. It was a new culture, a culture we didn't really know. We were all building together at the same time. So we built the shit and we seen it and seen it grow into what it is now. And now it's like we seeing that kid get out of control. It's like you done raised a kid and now the kid is fucking bad as fucking. You ain't got no control over the kid. You know, we got all these drug head kids and emotional ass kids, and emo rap is really fucking up the kids. Emo rap.
Turning them into soft jelly spine punks, man.
Yeah,
shout out to my brother Lance Parker, man. Forced them to add Khazar to their anti-Semitic list, right? Khabarovsk, right, which is a Semitic language, ain't protected or mentioned. Props, Virgil. Make them acknowledge the Khazarians. You already know Lance Parker, man. Khazarian demons, pseudo-Jews, pseudo-Muslims, fake Jews, right? You hear me? They're Khazarians, Khazarian demons. They ain't white either, right? They don't even say they're white.
Hey, right? Uncle Diggins, they can't nuke us because we're the people. At the end of the day, they know the scriptures, and they know how important and how valuable we are to the society, no matter how they treat us. We don't even know how important we are to society, but it's written. Like with Nah, it was written, and unfortunately, we're not following in the path of the written. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we have somehow fucked up what was written for us, and we're going through some shit. I don't know. It's changing. It is changing times. It's very confusing. But you know, it is what it is, man. You know, at the end of the day, we just gotta live how we live. Just you know, walk in our truth, walk in our light, speak how we feel, and we gotta somehow break down this sensitive wall that we have up in society because it's going to hinder us more than it's going to hurt us like a motherfucker. Like it already is. You could tell just in the way some of the kids move. You know, we can say whatever we want to say. I love the kids. I love them.
It's all good, Lance Parker.
Definitely different. It's different, man. It's different. We were raised off in different ways, and I like the way that they're more technologically advanced more now. They come up. They're way smarter than we was. They catch on to things that they're bright souls. But I just think with social media and their access to a lot of things so early, it's one of those things. It could be a great tool or a horrible tool. We seeing it play out right now is not so good for all of them, especially not in the lower class neighborhoods. It's not playing out good in those, as it never has, and hasn't advanced society any yet. We're still in the same class situation. Everybody's still separated by the same classes, and technology is supposed to be made to make us better, right? But it hasn't.
Right.
Supposedly. Yeah. If anything, we're more mentally fucked up now than we were back then. You know?
Very much more so. Very much more
People
so.
were way more mentally fucked up, bro. We were way mentally sane more. The kids weren't, I can't give you the suicide rates, but I'm pretty damn sure I could stand on the fact that they're way higher now with social media.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's without a doubt. Exponentially increased too.
Yeah, I could stand on probably just saying triple or more. Like I know it's way more than double. But it's also because of like what we heard spoke on last week with the way that they shame Lizzo when she loses weight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now we in it's not even just rap, it's body shame. Like you can't say shit without people at you. For some way, you could say the sky is blue in your eye, and if they want to get your ass, they get your ass and say, no, that motherfucker is teal, and you are wrong, and you are the worst motherfucker in the world. Y'all better realize how real this shit is out here, man.
Yeah, it's serious, man. And like I say, the reason why it's so important to protect and defend freedom of speech, because our freedom of speech is connected with our freedom to think. Because if we don't think it, we won't say it. And y'all got to understand how we being manipulated into not thinking. Right? And once that happens, right, connected to the smart grid, the metaverse, where the metaverse will be doing the thinking for you. Right? Imagine that, man. And see how we started off talking about Young Thug and Gunna. And now we talking about what we talking about. Every time I sit up here and tell y'all what I tell y'all, man, no matter what we talking about, I don't care what we talking about, man. When we break it down to the last compound, right, we're going to come to right where we talking about right now, right? And that's what I mean by connecting the dots. You know what I'm saying? And you have to develop this. This is a skill that has to be developed to be able to do it. You gotta be able to connect the dots to seemingly unrelated people, places, events, situations, organizations, to see how it all fits together, man. Right?
Everything is fitting together like a puzzle tonight because it's all intertwined. And right now, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I ain't trying to just keep pounding it in. Pause.
Pause.
But super pause. But y'all gotta understand, man, this is these last couple months in the media, the Trump shit, whatever, that was a while ago, but just in Andrew Tate and Kanye West, and it was another cat, oh man, why the fuck, they just took enough banning motherfuckers. Now they're making it to where they're banning motherfuckers off of social platforms.
Mm-hmm. Tommy Sotomayor.
Yeah.
They just got old girl who name was never, the names will never be mentioned over here. Again, anyway. I ain't gonna like that, but those whose names are not to be mentioned, or should I say will not be mentioned, she just got her page took from her. Y'all know who I'm talking about, who know.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, this is what I say. Today's oppressors become tomorrow's victim. When they get done using you for whatever they're using you for, you will become the very thing that you help bring into. You will get victimized by it as well. Pretty soon, you will be silenced. And this goes back to what I say. This is why we got to defend freedom of speech, y'all. Because if I don't have my freedom of speech to say the wild, crazy shit that I say, guess what that means for you?
Hey, man. It's a slippery slope, man. Because
y'all got to start realizing that shit, man. All y'all who could be possibly
go Google some
out there.
Look, Virg, we could go on Vlad interviews right now or Adam 22, whatever the fuck, and see gang members talking about how they used to kill people, how they used to sell drugs to people, how we niggas, they got fucking real hate speeches on there from the KKK. They got terrorist groups on there showing you how they kill people, how they infiltrate shit. They got all this shit. They got pornography on Twitter. They got all this shit on all these social networks.
Twitter is a motherfucker, bro. I'll be on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter heavy. That's the only one I'm really on because at least allow some freedom. They do get your ass, but they allow
But Twitter
more.
only give you how many characters do they give you now?
It's not a lot, but it's cool.
It was 180. I remember one time it was 180.
That might be all they give you, but fucking, I'll make 2 or 3 tweets if I need to get my point off.
And that's crazy though. And that's what I say about Twitter, man. Twitter is definitely dumbing people down intentionally.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
It's literally regressing the function of your brain, man. Y'all hip to neuroplasticity.
But Twitter is also the fastest social media network, though.
Yeah, I can understand why. I understand why. Do y'all know about what y'all know about neuroplasticity?
I don't know nothing about that.
Neuroplasticity is when your brain literally gets into the shape of what you are thinking at that moment.
Okay.
Right. So think about when you put in a constant state of fear, perpetual fear, right? Like how we being made to be. What you think the shape of fear is? Have you ever thought about that? Did you know that fear has a shape?
Did she just piss on this?
Lance Parker said Llama Bean got a hold of this. Lance Parker funny as hell, man. But yeah, though, man, we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been going almost 3 hours, man. It's a beautiful discussion, man. My man L always come up with the interesting topics to top it up about, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate that. Got my brother, Mr. O, in the building, man. You know
L over there still smoking away, man. What you got your 5th blunt right now, bro? Man, I'm jealous.
I ain't my fault, bro. Hey, I'm at the house. I'm relaxed. I'm about to. Hey, I'm feeling good today, man.
Chopping it up about some real shit. You hear me?
Man.
Yeah. Talking to my real one.
Get mad at me on Facebook. They mad at me on Facebook right now. So
man, who don't be mad on people at Facebook? People mad at me. Look, bro. Ever since I've been coming to YouTube, I have been posting on social media like the last 2 years. I still got people in my inbox from last year or 2 years ago talking about, yo, man, why you posted that? Nigga, you look at the date.
And it's being intentionally done, man. It's breaking up the psyche. When I talk to y'all about compartmentalization and all of that, that's what all these different social engineering, man. We want to get out of the habit of calling this social media. Call it what it is, social engineering, right? Think about it like this, though, man. You are basically expressing your effect of DID and MPD. DID is dissociative identity disorder. MPD is multiple personality disorder. They're basically the same thing. They changed the name to dissociative identity disorder because when you think of multiple personality disorder, it was kind of revealing the paradigm of MK Ultra. So that would lead you on a path of discovering what it is. But when you call it dissociative identity disorder, it turns into a medical disorder, right? So you look into the medical arena of it. Did y'all understand what I just said, man?
Loud and clear.
You know what I'm talking about? So when we talking about this, all this stuff, you can go on Facebook, you can create multiple accounts. That is compartmentalization. Understand and correlate how what I'm talking about correlates to everything else, and it's all connected. You can have 1,000 Instagrams, you can have 200 million different Facebook pages, the different avatars. This is digital compartmentalization, holographic alters, different states of awareness of which you can express and interact with reality with. Now think about the metaverse when you can do this. Think about how this is going to generate lots of what we call or think is money in the metaverse when you can have multiple different avatars.
I'm just thinking about Ready Player
See
One.
where the conversation is going now?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Ready Player One, for real.
See where the conversation is going now. We started off talking about Young Thug and Gunna.
Yeah. It all comes back full circle.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing, man, and I love it, man. So in our closure, Mr. O, leaving with some closing words, brother.
Hold on 1 second.
That motherfucker, that nigga be having that old walkie-talkie, man.
I remember that shit, bro. I used to be on. Hey, I told you in New York, I was a security guard for a second too. I got my license and everything. Fuck that. That's why I asked him if he was about to get his banger, because when I was in New York, I was definitely about to get mine. Fuck that. I was about to take my next shit. Them niggas out there was wild. I used to watch niggas steal shit. I used to watch niggas steal shit all the time. They'd be like, I ain't going out to do shit. I am not Superman. I don't do none of that. I will call you on this radio and hope somebody gets to the door first, because I'm not doing shit.
Well, in my closing words, great show, by the way. We'll be tuning into more. Of course, King Gal, I'm about to go subscribe to you if I didn't already. Man. We just got, like you said, clever with our words, but still get the message out. A lot of people are being misinformed. They are being lied to, and they basically can't even speak their mind no more because of this cancel culture that we got going on. So, yeah, Kanye kind of tweaked, but he did stir up a hornet's nest. Nori, I understand why you had to do it, but you should have kept some integrity, bro. You should have kept the episode up and supported Kanye with his tobacco, but neither here nor there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
that nigga Kanye named his daughter after this nigga Nori, man. I said Kanye named his first daughter after Nori.
And then let's not forget that Nori, the podcast was a dope podcast, but Kanye also, when he went on there, he gave that man the most streams ever and opened the doors for other business ventures after they seen he was able to do those streams like that after Kanye went on there. Nobody's gonna mention that. And then they also ain't gonna mention that he donated $2 million to the George Floyd family all on his own with no fundraising from nobody to the daughter directly. The same people that's trying to sue him now.
What I tell y'all, man? Today's oppressor become tomorrow victim, man.
Damn, what you find there?
Kanye might be a little emotionally Kanye is very emotionally disturbed, like a lot of us are, right? But one thing Kanye is not is crazy or stupid, right?
Like
He's one of the most influential, if not one of the most innovative people of our time, man. And he needs to do what he know he needs to do before the time run out. You hear me? We'll just say that.
We're not here to say he right about everything he say. You
right.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
No man is right about everything they say. And they trying to make it seem like if this man says one thing the incorrect way, look at how, bro, they treating this man like a modern day, like Hitler or something, in fact. Like they got this man like the #1 terrorist in the country right now, bro. I'm pretty sure if the FBI got a board up, he probably got a picture on that motherfucker. And it ain't even just them. They even got it to the point where they flip. It's a lot of us, bro. Black people are like talking it like if you mention Kanye, people would get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like the first motherfucker in the world right now to a lot of people, and this man, I ain't putting on nothing for no niggas, but I just gotta run niggas stats just to make niggas like really realize what we talking about. Like a man that's created a lot of millionaires, has employed a lot of people, black people, white, whoever, from all kind of cultures, who's pushed the culture forward in so many ways, not just in music and fashion, in the way we think, the way we move, the way we do business. He is, you know what I mean? Like you could call him crazy. We're all crazy to a certain extent by the way we have our own thoughts and the way we think differently. That's what gives us our self-identity. That's what makes us us. Is that we're
the Most High said we all crazy. Hey, when God tell you that your little nigga, hey, you crazy. Hey, L, you crazy. Hey, Virgil, you crazy. But you all minds.
So when does it become a public display that they're putting on for all of us to show us what they can do to us if they want to, and they're even so powerful that they can twist the narrative and even make your own people hate you. This is what they're doing right. This is what the let me came up for this, man. Like this is what they're doing right now. They're like the power that they've shown. Like if we just take the timeline from 2020, from the way that they use propaganda and the way that they baited us racially in all these wars, racial wars that they baited us into. A lot of us got baited into it. We watched it play live on TV into racial war baits that they put out there in 2020 when the pandemic hit, and then they hit all the height and all the shit they put on the internet while they had us locked in the house. So what they did was they flooded us with a lot of shit, black on black shit, killing, cop killing. So what they did, they was baiting us racially at that point, creating great tension in society. Y'all gotta watch the signs. This was when the experiment first started. Me and Stacks used to talk about this a lot back then. We actually was doing podcasts when he was in school at that time, talking about this back then. The same shit that's going on now, we was talking about this back then, 2020. Go check the tapes. And now we fast forward to these last 2 years. We've been seeing the last 2 years has really been playing out very tough. The way they've been taking platforms from people, the way they've been getting people up out of there, they've been flexing their muscles, showing you. Nick Cannon. Now, Nick Cannon, whether, like I said, you ain't got to like these people or not, but Nick Cannon is one of the guys who's built his brand from 14 years old, one of the richest guys to do it, one of the best, most creative guys to do it. Has Wildin' Out, the longest running syndicated program ever. One of the most successful programs running ever. Goes on tour. I actually seen him on tour before. Very great show. Entertaining. Nick Cannon, they took this guy, one of the guys in the industry, and made him bow down. They took Kevin Hart, one of the biggest, at the time, the biggest comedian ever. Ever. And they tried to bend him down on that Grammy shit. But he even went as far, he broke down a little bit, apologized again for shit that he apologized for years, but they were just trying to flex their muscle with him. Like, you want this Grammy? Apologize to the, what Virgil calls them, the LMNOP committee. And they wanted to make him apologize again just before he got to that Grammy. And he apologized and said, you know what? I'll apologize again, but this is the last time I apologize. And you know what? Take that Grammy shit and shove it up your ass. That's one thing I did like about Kevin Hart when he did that. So they've been doing it with everybody, and it's this public shame shit, this public apology. They did, they used to do it with the dresses back in the day. Now they doing it with the apologies, the Will Smith apologies, and Will Smith should have apologized. So I get his apology. That nigga lost it. But all these other apologies that they have, that they make you publicly apology, it's the new way of shaming. It's their new way of shaming us. Public apology. You know how they used to drag people through the middle of the streets to shame you back in the day, in the old days? Now they just shame you.
Tar and feather, tar and spoon.
Yeah. Now they drag you through. Now they put you on social media platforms and make you apologize, like we just seen with. That's how they publicly shame you. And the fucked up part about Nori is he is not fucking Kanye. The only person they should have been treating like that, they shouldn't even treat Kanye like that, because you should be allowed to have your own fucking opinion. But if you are going to go at somebody as hard, if you listen to how the Breakfast Club and Angela Yee and Charlamagne asking Nori, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to have this on your platform? Why the fuck? For one, it's y'all's motherfucking platform. Get the fuck out of here. I could have, man, if I'd have been Nori, man, I would have lost it all right there. I would have lost all my deals.
That's how I say. That's how you know. That's how we know Nori is compromised.
Oh, I would have lost all my deals. And me and Charlamagne and Angela Yee, we would not have been cool. Do not press me like that ever, especially on a fucking live phone call in front of the fucking whole United States on the biggest fucking show in the morning. Don't press me like that. Like they was pressing this man. I advise you. I mean, just go back and listen to it and watch the way they was pressing him. And then if you watch the other one, we didn't even play it, but he also went on Hot 97 with Peter Rosenberg's punk ass and what's her name? The little cute chick, but I don't like her ass either because Laura Styles, man, they both without Ebro, they ain't shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can at least say Angela Yee and DJ Envy could carry their own shit, but those two can't do shit without Ebro. But he even went on there. Ebro wasn't even on there. He apologized on there first and then went to the Breakfast Club to make it the official apology. And it just was sad, man, to see Nori a real nigga from the streets. Like, let's not strip Nori down to, we know who he was. He was really one of those niggas out there in the field. Like, he came up in the field, y'all. I don't know if y'all know his history, but he definitely was a nigga that really came up from the trenches. And they made that nigga strip down and they spanked his ass in front of the fucking world with his pants pulled down.
That's terrible. That was terrible.
To the point where he said, please, like we didn't even play the whole thing, but at the end he's like, please don't kill me. He's scared.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no man saying no shit like that.
Yeah, he was scared, y'all. He was scared. It's some shit going on out here, man. What Kanye did is not like the way he was scared. It's different, man. It's different. The way Nori apologized. If y'all go listen, please, I advise y'all go listen. The way y'all hear this man talking, a nigga that really came from the streets, it was a real nigga out here. Probably laid niggas down, allegedly. Like, really out there. We know this for a fact. And this nigga sounded scared. Like, scared. And y'all seen the way... We heard the intro when Charlamagne even came, like, he was a tough guy all of a sudden. Like, say what you need to say, bro. Like, get straight to it. You know what I mean? The energy was already off from the start. And
you
that's
hear
the
me,
way
Lance Parker?
Yeah.
Hit that like button, man. Hold on, L. Hit that like button, man. I want y'all to go on and hit the like button campaign, share on your social media, subscribe to the page, click on the bell, all of that, man. Go subscribe to my brother, Mr. O. Definitely go subscribe to my brother Bell's page too, man. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the page.
I'm getting together my I'm gonna have a stream coming up for y'all here in the next month, man. I'm gonna start doing at least a weekly show for y'all here by next month. I'm gonna have my shit set up.
Same here. I'm probably gonna be doing 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm probably gonna be doing only an hour because I could talk, but I can't talk about that much on a particular subject unless I want to talk about multiple subjects.
We're gonna get it in. I'm definitely gonna
tomorrow night we're gonna be tomorrow night we're gonna be discussing hold on real quick, I'm about to pull it up written now. You know what I'm talking about? Tomorrow night we're definitely gonna be discussing it's Wednesday. We're gonna be discussing Hotel California, man. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday night, people said this is what they want. Exposing the Demon Time music industry Wednesday night, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be discussing and breaking down Hotel California, man, by the Eagles. A lot of y'all probably ain't hit to that band. But tomorrow night, we're going to get straight to it. You hear me? Tap in and walk with us, man. All right, then, Mr. O, man. L, man, I'm going to go ahead and drop y'all guys off and get them through, man.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, man. You already know what it is, man. I appreciate everybody coming out, man. Listen here, man. You hear me? They be using these rap dudes, man, for a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to pay attention to how, when we have these conversations, you know what I'm saying, how y'all see the topic of the show says, something about Young Thug and Gunna. But at the end of the conversation, y'all see where we always end up at, though. And that just goes to show you that all of this stuff is connected. You know, it's about just connecting the dots. so you can make the proper conclusion about what you've been told for yourself, man. How can you make a wise decision about something if you don't have all the information that you could possibly have regarding the situation? Listen here, whether you believe it or not, right? I'll say that the only way you can make a wise decision is if you have all information available made to you, right? So you can make a proper decision, whether it's true or not, or you believe it or not, right? So make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Like my man Lance Parker say, man, get them subbies up, man. You know what I'm talking about? Get them up, man. Tomorrow night we going in, man, for all my Eagles fans, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Hotel California. You can go home, or should I say you can check out, but you can never leave. I want y'all to understand how powerful of a statement that is right there. You feel me? You can check out, but you can never leave. Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight, man. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to bang out, of course, to some E&E. Y'all know how we do it, man. You know what I mean? That's a fact. It's an absolute must, too. Thanks, everybody, for coming out, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hit that like button, click on the bell, and subscribe to the page on your way out. You know what I mean? Share on your social engineering. Tell everybody at work and everything to come on and tap on in. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday night, we going in tomorrow night, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss tomorrow night, man. We're about to break this Hotel California song down. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show, man. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get into it. All right, then, Skelly, man. Make sure you stop through, man, more often, man. You know what I'm talking about? Come on through. The homie Skelly, man. You know what I'm talking about? Lance Parker, BREDREN. You know what I'm saying? Hit the email, man. You know what I'm talking about? The email is in the description. I'm about to put it in here. You know what I'm talking about? Hit me up on that email, man. Everybody, man, get at me. Hit me up on that email. We're going to play this classic joint by my man King Els and my brethren Rain, man. You know what I'm talking about? Off of his album Rainstorm. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all enjoy y'all's evening, man. Thanks for coming out. We be back at it tomorrow. Let's go.
Remember, I wanted that Lex bubble. Back then, all we wanted was to bubble. But we ain't one to get popped like the bubble. Now we win chips off the bubble. Let's bubble. Remember, I wanted that Lex bubble. Back then, all we wanted was to bubble. But we ain't one to get popped like the bubble. Now we win chips off the bubble. Let's bubble. Blood brothers, they don't paint pictures, they just trace weed. Trying to clock my moves, no Tracy. I could drop 13 P's in 33 seconds like Tracy. Thank the most high how they made me. My eyes go up, straight 80s. Slim, no shady. Let it bubble till it come in bunches like the Brady's. I need the dough, feeling great. 6 rings down, no Brady. Back to future, hope the picture don't fade me.
I'm never lazy for that paper. I'm super saiyan. I put the mash down so I can come out gravy. I'm saving money, hitting in different places. Nowadays, a business trip might be my vacation. Liquidation throughout our nation. How can we not make over for generations? We facing uncertainty, burning weed to the face, no third degree. I'm trying to relax on the island that I never even heard of, G.
Remember, I wanted that Lex bubble. Back then, all we wanted was to bubble. But we ain't want to get popped like the bubble. Now we win chips off the bubble. Let's bubble. Remember, I wanted that Lex bubble. Back then, all we wanted was to bubble. But we ain't want to get popped like the bubble. Now we win chips off the bubble. Let's bubble.
You know a hustler when you see one. Eyes on the prize, never wanted to be outdone. That off-white shirt got me looking like Malcolm. We can chop it up as long as money is the outcome. The faith of a mustard seed got me moving mountains. What goes up must come down like Bellagio fountains. Counting money, getting cramps in my hand, I can't stop. I need all my chicken well done like a Wingstop.
I'll say it like this, don't make me Tory Lanez. Call you by your names. I ain't saying that they piped out, but they dancing on the flames. If I was down 2-3 seconds left, driving down the lane, I kick it out the rain. Fuck a tie, we always win the game. Now for gang life, fuck the win, there's nothing this road. They burn bridges for toes, depicted most frigid of souls. Rain my bro, A1, no sauce in need. E&E, that's for life, this the art of peace. Remember, I wanted that Lex bubble. Back then, all we wanted was to bubble. But we ain't want to get popped like the bubble. Now we win chips off the bubble. Let's bubble. Remember, I wanted that Lex bubble. Back then, all we wanted was to bubble. But we ain't want to get popped like the bubble. Now we win chips off the bubble. Let's bubble.